then Spirit draws us to the person, kind of by process of elimination, if you will. But so if you're listening and we don't get a chance to do a reading for you tonight, please keep calling in, obviously, and connect with any of the amazing, very gifted readers tonight and any other night of the week that we have them. But if you're up late, as I am, so 7:45 ish, I try to get on there as soon as I can, but family things come up. But Mountain Time, so 7:45 Mountain Time. Just watch for that, and I will also post some links if that's helpful. But so I'm going to pull an affirmation card, as I always do, and the number that I've been drawn to today has been interesting because it's a very large number, and I'm not going to count the cards out according to that number. But the number 53, which I thought was interesting, it's not double fives, it's not double fours, double threes, but 53. So 53, how that connects is it's going to connect with someone as the age of 53. Born in 1953, May 3rd. And I kept feeling that whoever it is that I was already feeling with me, Spirit, loves to mess with me, knows I hate math, and was really using the word of like the 5 times 3 type, So 15 could very well be. So we kind of got a few options, but we'll see how that connects with the callers tonight, and then also on my live on my YouTube channel and Facebook. So being that I want to, for sake of time, I'm going to actually do 5 plus 3, which is 8. And I love the number 8, by the way. It's my favorite number, or at least one of them. And let's see what the affirmation is for this week. So if you're not familiar with an affirmation is really just kind of, if you look at the word affirm, it's that you're affirming, you're promising that whatever that this, affirmation says, that you're going to do it, that you're going to apply it in your life, and, you're going to live it and breathe it and, just soak it all up and let it be. So, all right. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, this is going to make sense for everybody, I'm pretty sure. So the affirmation says, I let go of the past, I trust in the future, and I accept the present moment. I mean, that's a very common saying we hear all the time, right? The saying about, let go of the past, don't worry about the future, be in the present. And because the word present is a gift, right? Because we hear it. So same thing. And I love that because I'll tell you, I am notorious for oftentimes worrying about the future, and things and that. So, and it's not even a trust thing, really. I trust that the universe is going to take care of me and as I take care of her and, and the family and what may be. But I think the human side kind of worries. So anyhow, so let go of the past, trust in the future, and accept the present moment. Beautiful. I love it. And we're almost done with this year. So the 8 also, by the way, is the year we're in right now. We're in the year of the 8, which is the year of making things happen. And it's activating and getting stuff done. So you've got 3 more months, friends. You got 3 more months. So get stuff going. Get things, manifesting. Okay. All right. I have my first caller, and my apologies. I missed the name, Dave. And I'm sorry? Hazel. Hi, Hazel from England. I did see that. This is Mini Medium. Yes. How are you, Hazel?
I'm not doing so well, to be honest. I'm very much in grief.
Oh no, my friend. I'm sorry.
I'm searching to try to connect. I am quite sensitive myself. I'm an empath. I, however, find it difficult because of the close connection for me to be able to decipher sometimes whether I'm hearing my own thoughts or my loved one. And I need some help and guidance from another medium in order to get some answers and see whether or not there are some messages to me that I'm able to perhaps not pick up from.
Sure. Okay, my friend. Sure. And Dave, I'm going to stay with Hazel tonight too. I have a feeling everything I was getting earlier, Hazel, is a lot of what is connecting
The number
with you.
you've just said is very, very prominent. The number 8 is very, very prominent. That has a great meaning.
Yes.
So that's something that it does actually have a great meaning to myself for family connection.
Beautiful. I love that. Okay. Well, I'm going to just spend my time here about 15 minutes and just see what we can give you in that time, my friend. Just you and I tonight, okay?
Okay.
And I don't know what time it is where you are. What time is it?
Hang on. It is.
Sure.
11 minutes past 1 in the morning.
Oh, bless your heart. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Well, if you're up in about an hour and a half,
yeah, no, it's fine. I work evenings, so I've only just come home from work and just got myself into bed, so it's fine. I was sitting there watching rubbish.
Bless your heart. I'm a night owl too, and I think a lot of us sensitives, empaths, mediums, we're just built that way. It's really where we get time to decompress from all the energy and
relax and chime in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, I will do my best in the minutes that we have, but if you are my friend in a hour and a half here, I will be on my YouTube channel, my Facebook, continuing free readings. So if you're up, please feel free to hop on in case we want to continue, your reading tonight. But let me, I'm going to get quiet for a moment. I just want to see and bring any energy and welcome any kind of souls on the other side. Now, I know you said the number 8 connects with you and has that significance. I always say don't feed the medium, so I'm not going to ask yet what that is, but do you connect with the larger number of 53? So the age of 53 or May 3rd?
May, correctly. 53 is a little bit out, but not by far.
Okay. And is it close to the age or connection with who you lost recently?
That would be connected near to my age and would be a birth month of one of my children, but not my past child. Not my past child.
Okay.
I'll give you that much because it is difficult for you to know because I've got lots of loved ones. I've lost my son.
Okay. And I was going to say, I could feel that. I mean, obviously, you don't need a medium or anyone for that matter to sit with a mom and say, the loss of their child is sitting with them and grieving. Of course, you are going to grieve, his passing, until you are with him on the other side. But I'm going to tell you, you have a very beautiful way of pushing through every day, my friend, every hour, every minute, every second. I feel like it's really trying to find, the joy and the light and everything. So I want to throw that in there really quick to just let you know I can feel that and I can see that. And I respect and know what it's like to not channel your loved ones when you have these beautiful abilities, because I also can't channel my mom or my dad who have passed, and I feel them, I smell them, but not like I can others.
I feel, but I just can't fully connect because sometimes I dream, which is fabulous and beautiful, and I do get that connection there. But when I hear in my head, I don't know sometimes if it's my own thoughts or theirs, and it's difficult to decipher that because when I hear somebody else, I know it's somebody else. But when it's so close to me, I don't know if it's myself or what I want to hear, like my own thoughts, or whether it's actually being told to me. And it's hard to gather whether or not I'm getting that message or whether it's something I want to hear. And I don't want to overreact on that and think, that's what I want to hear because it's what I'm thinking in my own mind. It's difficult.
Absolutely. Right. Absolutely. And you're right. It's very difficult to get out of the the conscious into the subconscious because they'll mesh together, and so it's very difficult to, like you said, differentiate. So I'm going to tell you, earlier today, and I just heard this name again, and names are a bit difficult, as you maybe know, to hear, but then I kept getting a S name, and even like the name Sam, or or just one syllable S name earlier today.
Okay. There is a connection with an S name, but they are living.
That's okay.
And they are male.
Perfect. And that is connecting, or do they have a relationship with your son?
That connects with that's a connection with my loved one, with my son. That's his father.
Perfect. And what is his dad's name?
Shay.
Shay. Okay, perfect. The one syllable S. Okay, perfect. Okay. I do feel very much that you're very well, that I'm starting to get more coming in. So obviously him wanting to mention dad, because you're here, but also there's the validation of dad. And the first thing that I'm hearing is, Mom, don't put too much pressure on dad. I don't know what this means, but he's like, don't give dad time. It's a feeling of just give him time. And when I was hearing that name earlier today, that S, being Shay, it was a feeling of worry, of concern, of dad not processing or grieving like he should. I guess if you're how your son feels he should. Do you understand?
Me and him are not together anymore. And he and his son were not close, unfortunately. They started to have a bit of a relationship, but over the years there has been tension. But his father has reached out to me. We have dealt with things as we had to, and I have started to speak to him, and a lot of the pain from the past, from our past break, has been resurfaced due to the loss of our boy. So we've had to deal with that. We've both got other partners. It's been hard. We've had to come together, but it is difficult to communicate. There is a difficulty there in communication, although we both feel the grief terribly for our boy. He wasn't as close to him as I am.
Oh, you're very
so there's a connection there. There was an issue there. That is very prominent. Yes.
Yeah. I didn't mean to interrupt you, my friend. I just want to get everything in that he's saying in the time we have. I just heard he's like, oh, my mom will talk your ear off. And that was not me. So don't shoot the messenger. He goes,
that's true.
Talk your ear off. And I love his energy right now. I feel like he's a new soul. He hasn't been gone very long, Mama. I feel like he's showing me that he's still getting his footing, his bearings.
He passed on the 29th of January.
Okay, so that's very new. Okay. Oh my gosh. I just got chills everywhere. Today is the 29th, and we are 8 months away. That's the 8th. Today is 8 months from the time your son passed. Oh my gosh, I have chills everywhere. The 29th coming up, it's 25th today. Your son's like showing me the anniversary of or the 8th connecting to his passing. So this very much I feel is his effort of trying to really communicate, knowing that you needed this so bad. There's such an emphasis. I'm going to pull one of these other cards. I'm not even using cards. I'm just listening and going with my gifts. But this deck I absolutely love. It's made by are put together by another very well-renowned medium, James von Prague. And it's called Talking to Heaven. And your son's like, I need my mom to hear the message, whatever this card will be. So we're going to do that here in a minute before we have to wrap up. But I'm going to tell you, there is such a feeling, my friend, of impact, of I almost want to say like blunt force, or I feel like I'm here and I'm gone very fast. Do you understand that with his passing?
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't natural.
Yeah, it was not natural, right? It was not. Okay.
No.
Okay. He's, oh, wow. You have a daughter?
Yes.
Okay.
She's older.
That's okay. 34. How do you connect with that number now? He's showing me 34.
No.
Oh, no.
She's 29.
That's okay.
But she has two sons. One is 8 and one 5.
Oh, beautiful. Okay. Do you know
But you're close. My son was 24.
Okay. Okay. Your son showed me another baby coming in, and I'm going to tell you really quickly that I am very careful with this too. So, oh yes, I love it. My producer helped me too. So, 29 plus the 5 equals 34. So he's being very tricky with me, by the way.
Yeah. That sounds like him.
Yeah, he's using math, and I'm not a big fan of math, so I love him. He's showing his.
He was very clever.
Yeah, very, very clever. He is showing me, and like I was mentioning, I don't bring up children unless I'm 100% sure, my friend, just because I know it's a very sensitive subject. But your daughter, he's the daughter that you had mentioned has the 2 babies, can maybe, pardon me if this is not okay to ask, and you can say that you don't want to answer, but can she have more children?
She can have more children. She doesn't want any more currently, but she can have more children. Yeah.
She can have more children. Okay. So funny. I've got my puppy in here, and she's going crazy of the energy in here. So if you hear that, just know it's my little puppy going nuts over the energy.
Okay, I love animals. I have 3 dogs. So.
Oh, there we go. My technology is going crazy. Are you still there?
I am.
Sorry about that. Just be mindful. I do see this other child coming. So I do feel there's a third coming into the picture. And it's interesting. The minute I mentioned children, my technology started going crazy and my puppy started going a little crazy. But there is a okay. I'm trying to hear him. He's got a whole lot coming in. Yeah, hang on. How do you connect with the head, my friend? I'm sorry, I don't mean to bring this up, but I'm getting a lot of pressure in the head. Do you understand that?
Yes. Close to, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, hon. Okay. And he also wants to also mention that there's been some changes in the home that have been very difficult for you, but he's commending you, Mom, of being able to move on and to slowly find some peace and comfort with his passing. I see the pictures have been kind of put up or moved. And he loves, you must have, I'm going to tell you, he's getting very specific, but to my right, not to be kind of creepy, if I'm in your bedroom, to your right, I've got a nightstand or something, a table. Do you have to the right of the bed? Do you have a table there with a picture of him or something connected to him?
I have something connected to him, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. He says, tell mom that I love it. I love it. I love what is there. So, all right. I've got about 2 more minutes. I'm listening to him. He's talking like 100 miles a minute. He smells amazing. I know that might sound really weird, but he must have worn great cologne, my friend.
Yeah, he was a very dapper, very well-dressed, he always smelled lovely, and he was a dapper boy.
Yeah, very
dapper,
handsome.
as in like really smart and fashionable and really good-looking, and always smelled nice. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And I don't see features, so as I'm connecting with him, he's really manipulating, the clairgustant, the smelling or tasting. And he's very well put together. One thing I do feel, I'm going to pull this card because I know we're down to like less than 2 minutes. Right? This is why if you can hop on later, let me know who you are, and that way we can continue this for you. Okay. The message I just pulled for you, I pulled the number 8 card for you, Mama, and it says, from your son, I am so much better now. Now it's his message using the card. And there's a beautiful rainbow. He's telling you it connects with rainbows. So please watch that as well.
That absolutely makes sense. That does, yeah.
Beautiful. I love it. I need to end my show, my friend. I hate doing this, but will you email me or message me, get my info from the radio station? I'll also post it. This needs to be continued, okay?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I look forward to talking to you soon. Okay.
Just to let you know, again, don't feed the medium, but I will tell you, his name is Matthew.
Okay. I love it. Okay. I will ask Matthew to continue to give us these beautiful messages and see what we get moving forward.
TV and Lightning Television. Welcome. Time for Spiritual Connections with Psychic Medium Cindy. Psychic Medium Cindy. Live from Facebook.com/Psychic Cindy. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, Facebook.com/Psychic Radio. Or one of our websites, AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv. This is Spiritual Connection on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show. It's good to be here tonight. Hope everybody's had a great Thursday so far. Looking forward to the weekend. So what was I going to talk about tonight? Oh, big super full moon on Tuesday in Pisces. I hope everybody got to enjoy that and see some of the clips. If you stayed up really late, depending on where you were, you might have saw some of the partial eclipse that night. I know for some of you that was Wednesday night, depending on where you are in the world. But for us in North America, we had it on Tuesday night. And, you know, it was super, it was big, it was bright. You can see a little bit of behind me there. Still. So we will carry some of this full moon energy now for about 5 more days, I would say. So still time to release what no longer serves you. This is, you know, Pisces is the end of the zodiac cycle. So if you look at the signs, this is a good time to release anything that you no longer need. This is going to be a time of change. So a good time to bring in some intentions too. Before we move into the next new moon in Aries next time, which will definitely be setting some intentions for that. So, but in the meantime, I hope that it all went well for everybody. It's exciting. So I think I will pull just a few oracle cards to see what the collective needs to know. There's one flying out right now, and we'll do just a couple more, and then maybe a few tarot cards for the weekend, see what the weekend's going to bring. All right, that's a lot of cards. I'm not going to do it. All right, this is actually perfect. So the first card that did fly out is the chaos, chaos and conflict. So they don't really feel a lot of chaos and conflict when you see this card. It is a 33, which is a number 6 card, which is actually all about union and harmony and all that stuff. So, but I think the chaos and the conflict probably would have been maybe a little chaos and conflict over this full moon energy. Full moons can be a little bit chaotic for some people, depending on their energy. The conflict might have been just certain things coming up, right? Like, you know, the things that creep up that we need to get rid of, right? Those thoughts, those old memories. You're like, I haven't thought about that in 20 years. Where'd that come from? Well, guess what? It just means that it's time to let it go. And the card that comes right behind it is the regeneration card, which is perfect. And that's exactly what we're doing, right? We are regenerating. We're getting ready. We're moving into Aries. We're moving into the new calendar year in the zodiac, zodiac calendar. So I think that's what we need to focus on. I am just going to quickly do a few more cards before we get our caller on the line, just because I said I would. We'll do a few tarot cards, just a few, just 3 would be nice for the weekend. What's Friday, Saturday, Sunday going to look like for the collective? Let's just see. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 2 and 3. All right. Well, there's definitely some communication coming in tomorrow for some of you. Some of you may be a little bit surprised about something you're going to hear. For others, maybe this is something that you've been expecting to hear. With the 8 of Wands, the 8 of Wands is actually a really fast-moving energy too. So for some of you, it's simply maybe like Friday goes by really quickly. Not a bad thing. Then you have the number 3 of Wands. So 2 wands in a row there. So I like the 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands is always standing there. It's like he's waiting for ships to come in. It is all about recognition and reward too. This is often referred to as the entrepreneur card too. So if you are waiting for something, and you have these two together, maybe you own your own business or you want to start your own business or something. There may be some information that's coming in with this one for your business. And then we have the Ace of Swords, which is all about clarity. So, and that very well is that communication too. Maybe something you've been thinking about or something that, has been going on in the background. You're not quite sure it's going to happen. It looks like you're definitely going to get some clarity on that with the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords, any of the aces also bring in new things, new opportunities. So that's really good. That seems really good for the weekend. I'm really excited. So now we have Danielle in Arizona. Hi, Danielle.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. What can I do for you this evening?
Do you have any messages for me?
Messages from like departed loved one, or just messages from like the cards?
How about any messages from the cards? Like what do you see for me?
All right, let's start with some oracle cards and sort of get your energy here. We have a few minutes and let's see what the oracle cards wanted to know. What's the theme? What's going on? All right. Oh, the first one is good. Oh, look at that. Popular card. All right. So the first card they actually have come out is soulmates, which is beautiful. So the soulmate card is exactly that. Soulmates are coming into your life. A soulmate, this could be a romantic person. If you don't have somebody in your life, somebody's possibly coming in romantically. If not, this can be, soulmates can also be our friends. It can be friends, it can be family. We have a lot of soulmate connections in our lifetime. It's never just one person. It's many, many different people that come in many different forms at different times in our lives. You choose to get the regeneration card. So it again goes quite nicely with the fact that the soulmates came in first, kind of just saying, okay, this is regeneration, but I also look at this as like a transformation card. So it's kind of like the beginning, like the seeds have been planted, the tree is going to grow, the forest is going to rebloom, and that's sort of where you are. We do have the All Like Glitters card too. And my interpretation of this card is not exactly the interpretation that that you would find in the book, but it is, this is a beautiful deck, and I love the person who created it. But the All Like Glitters card for me, it usually means that something is good is coming in, right? Some sort of abundance is coming into your life. So this could be health, it could be a career, it could be money, it can be, a new love. Something's coming in. So that seems to be the theme. What do you think of that? How's that sound so far?
Well, that sounds good.
Sounds good. Were you thinking about relationships particularly?
Well, I have a soulmate, so.
Do you have a soulmate and all is well with that?
I'm sorry, I can barely hear you.
Sorry, like is all is okay with your soulmate? Like the relationship is good?
No, we're not together right now. But when you say that he's coming back, that's what I understand. How I'm interpreting it.
Okay, so you think it's that particular same person? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we have some time? So why don't we do some more cards and see, right?
Okay.
Because like I said, soulmates come in many forms, and there's many of them, right? So could be him, could be somebody else. We'll see. I'll just pull a few cards and just see. You think about the person that you're thinking about, and we'll see what's happening there. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. All right. So you are the first card that I pull here is you are the Page of Pentacles. So which is beautiful. So you're definitely coming in with an offer. You may be coming in with an offer with this person, right? With the soulmate that you're thinking of. Your soulmate came in as the Page of Cups. Came in this Page of Cup reverse, but that's okay. Because, still cup energy, just maybe you're going to be the one that kind of tries to rekindle this relationship or, start this conversation. You do have how you see the relationship. You do see it as the Three of Wands. So you definitely see that there's and I would, in a relationship reading, I would interpret this as you're waiting for this person to come back into your life, as you're the person standing on the shoreline there. What's hidden about you, you may know this, is communication. So you need to have clear communication with this person, okay? That has to be the way it's going to be if you're going to rekindle this. You do have the basis of the relationship, which is the Ace of Swords, which is also all about clarity. So you're definitely looking at clarity and communication. The future of the relationship, it is the Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles is about stability and security. So it's not a bad thing. It's not a marriage card, and it's not a big, huge like 9 of Cups or 10 of Cups or something like that. But it is security and stability. Right now, the takeaway or the lesson of this relationship right now is rest and recovery. So that's like you're resting and recovering, or they're resting and recovering. Okay? How's that sound? I'm going to just pull one more card just to see, or a couple more cards. I'm going to pull one more just to see who this person is. Okay? To clarify this Page of Cups. Okay, now this person is the Five of Pentacles. Okay. So now this person is kind of like walking away from the situation. Do you feel that? They're walking away from the relationship? Or they have walked away from the relationship? Okay. But then I have them as a lot of Pentacles. Are they an earth sign? Any chance?
I'm not sure.
Not sure. Okay. Alrighty. So I'm just going to pull one more for the future. There's a lot of movement in this reading, right? With the Five of Pentacles, I only have another minute, and with the Moon card, and with the Eight of Wands, there's just a lot of fast action and a lot of moving. I don't know for sure whether you're going to get back together with this person or not, but I definitely feel you need to have a conversation and kind of see how it goes, right? This is definitely a time for you. Definitely a time for you to use your intuition, right? And remember, there's always more than one soulmate. Like sometimes relationships don't work out because they're not supposed to work out, and then you'll move on and you'll meet somebody new. Okay? I hope that helps you. It's not the perfect reading, but it definitely, I hopefully give you a little bit of insight. So, but thank you very much for calling, and have a great night.
You too. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody. Thank you. I'll see you back here next week.
A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome. Time for Medicine for Your Spirit with Raylene Byrne. Raylene Byrne. Live from RayleneByrne.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page. Facebook.com/Psychic Radio. Or one of our websites. Ask1Radio.com or Moonstruck.tv. This is Medicine for Your Spirit on A1R, the As One Radio Network.
Stay Raylene Byrne. Medicine for your spirit. Wow, into May, nearly halfway through May, and time is just bending and stretching, and there's all sorts of crazy little loopy things going on, and there's gaps opening up. It's quite an exciting time, but it's also quite a nerve-wracking time if you don't have some decent practices. So what I want to offer today before I take a call is just a little reminder that we all have the medicine that we need within ourselves. We were born with it. We wrote the blueprint before we came here. So it all exists. We just have to learn how to access it. Now, in these very turbulent times, worrying times, there's a lot of uncertainty, there's a lot of fear, and a lot of inner angst, lots of inner old things are being pushed to the surface, really pushed to the surface for us to address, to choose to live with or choose to let go of. So what I want to offer you is a couple of things, reminders of the medicine, the powerful, powerful medicine that you have within you. We have these abilities that can change our lives. Now, when I say that, I know people say, yes, but you know, I'm in an abusive situation. I've got no money. I got no job. I'm going to lose my house, all this sort of stuff. And I understand that when these things come up, we've got to deal with them. We have to face them. But there are ways to allow us to be more centered. So whatever it is that comes up, we can come back into ourselves and have a moment. Breath work. And I don't mean breath work as in huffing and puffing. Simple, slow breathing. It can alter our nervous system. When we're nervous, when we're anxious, when we're tight, when we're worried, when we're fearful, we can't make good decisions. So come to your breath work. Simple, slow breathing. 4 or 5 slow, deep breaths can calm you down, and no matter what situation you're in. Sometimes movement, getting out, just moving, having a dance, stretching, going for a quick walk, going for a bike ride can actually shift stagnant energy. Being in nature is so important. So there are 3 things that you can do regularly when you're feeling stressed, anxious, worried, feel like your world's falling apart. Go to your breath, do some movement, and spend some time in nature. Because when you do that, you're allowing your nervous system to calm. You're allowing the ability to access your own heart, to listen to what the next thing is for you, and you can make better decisions. And sometimes the things that we're worrying about are not even really needing that time or effort. We just need to come back in. I've got a whole lot of stuff coming out shortly, 11 ways to change your life that cost nothing. It's the medicine within you. So keep an eye out for that. That'll be on my website, raylenebyrne.com. Now I've got a caller, Brenda from Texas. Yes. How can I help support, guide you, Brenda?
Just wondering if you got any news for me.
Like
anything new coming? Huh?
What do you want to know? Like when you say news for you, what do you mean?
Well, I'm single. I'm 70. Any future plans? Looks like maybe a man in the picture, you think?
Love and companionship. Okay, that seems to be a really big thing these days. A lot of people looking for that in their lives. So what you're really looking for, I've just pulled a card for you, is passion. You're wanting to have more passion in your life.
Oh, yeah, that would be nice. That would be very nice.
So the thing is, when we start looking for something in our life, we're ready for a companion or a lover or, passionate experience, we've got to be really strong and aligned in ourselves that that's what we're really ready for. It's great to think it, but are you actually physically, mentally, and emotionally ready for it? So what you're asking me is, what's on the horizon for you? That's more what I'm hearing you say. So I'm just going to have a look at my cards, if you don't mind, and see, Brenda. What is it that Brenda would? What's a really important message for Brenda? on the horizon? Like what would be? Okay, so first of all, she has to know. I'm hearing this really loudly. That you need to remember that you have the ability to create what you want. You need to look at what brings you joy, what makes you feel happy, what are the things you love doing, and get out there and start doing it. Well, and I think I've said this before on this radio show, that often the best way to find the best companion is to be doing the things that we love. Because when we're doing something that we love, our energy is at its, oh yeah, she's looking for love. There's love coming. It's here. The love cards come up. Look at this. Love. You see that? Love. So
I have a lot of love around me, but not particular love interest. I don't get out.
Yeah, well,
that's one thing.
It's like it's love is looking for you like you're looking for it. So this is the whole thing, and I'm really big on this. This is something that I coach or mentor people with a lot, is what we've got to do is give to ourselves what we're looking for. So if we're looking for appreciation, for example, we need to learn how to appreciate ourselves. Because when we have that for ourselves, what happens, our energy field expands, and then people around us interact with us differently because we're appreciating ourselves. We get more appreciation. So when we start to give to ourselves what we are looking for and we're full with that, it comes to us in even more bucket loads. It just keeps coming in and coming in. So I'm going to ask you, what part of you or what part of your life are you not happy with right now?
Pretty much everything.
Okay. So
pretty much everything. I'm bored. Yes, because I'm 70. I don't have a lot of money to go traveling like my girlfriends and all that stuff, you know. And I just wrecked my car. I got another one. It's okay. Everything worked out. Money is a big thing. Because I don't have any more. I spend it all on my family.
Okay. So this is the thing. As you said, there's a lot about you that you're not particularly, or not a lot, but there's...
I'm sorry.
You've got to become comfortable with yourself. Now, we don't have to travel overseas. We don't have to do a lot of traveling to a lot of places, but we can go to new places in our own area. So one of the things that is a really nice thing, nice thing to do is pick a place about an hour away or an hour and a half away from where you are and go there. Go and stay for a night, go and have a little explore. It's like getting out of your comfort zone a little bit. And that's how you meet different people and have different experiences. That's one way. But for you, it's working on here. It's being with yourself. It's starting to find comfortable appreciation and gratitude for yourself. Lots of gratitude. So it's very beautiful that you're doing a lot for your family. I think that's one of the things that women, as they become grandparents or they've got bigger families, they give back. That's the essence of a woman who's mature. She takes care of others and she guides them. But you've got to take it for yourself as well. So there is love. Love is looking for you. But I think it's more to do with you finding that within yourself, finding the gratitude, finding the joy, finding the appreciation. And when you have that, what you're looking for finds you. We can't, in the old days, we would go out looking for something to fill us. It doesn't work anymore because we know everything now is energetic. It's a vibrational match. So if we're not feeling good about ourselves, we're not going to attract things to us to help us feel better until we feel better in ourselves. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do, but I don't really have a problem with myself. I think I like me very much. I live alone and do very fine doing that. I have no problem. It's just gets lonely every once in a while,
Yeah, okay. So it's extending yourself out. It's going and doing things that maybe you've never done before. Try something new. Go and do an art class. Go and do a pottery class. Go and do beading. Do something where you go and start to meet people who have similar interests. So basically, what you want to know is someone coming into my life that's going to love me?
Yeah.
So you might feel really good about yourself, but do you have that love for yourself?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a problem with me. I like me.
That's great. That's great. So what are you calling in?
What am I calling in?
Yeah, what type of love are you calling in? What do you want?
I don't know. Is there any...
You want a
No, I guess
companion?
I don't have a specific question. Just wondering if you had any advice. I guess the thing with being sick, same thing, but also too financially.
All right. So the love thing is, love is around you, love is coming in, right? Coming into that vibration in yourself, and that's through gratitude, more and more gratitude, more gratitude. And I've spoken about this before. There's a beautiful process, less than 10 seconds, random times a day. It opens up the doors for everything. You put your hand on your heart, you breathe in. What am I grateful for right now? And as you open your eyes and breathe out, you pick one thing in front of you. And you say, I'm really grateful for bloody, blah, blah, whatever it is. Straight away, you've got a deposit of gratitude in your energy field. It works like compound interest. The more gratitude you have, the more the universe gives you. So the one thing I do want to say, I'm just pulling a card for you. It's really about your essence. So I'm just seeing what she needs to know right now. Brenda. Okay. Okay, this is the energy of angel light, frequency of angel light. It's all about peace. This is about choosing peace, the path of peace, calling in, inviting in, opening up an experience of more peace in your life. So if you're going to call in or you're going to want a companion, you want someone who's in a place of peace. You don't want to have to be dealing with someone with issues, problems, dramas, addictions. You actually want someone who's in a place of peace. So being very specific about what you want. So I'll tell you what, I do have a beautiful ritual for calling a romantic partner. Send me an email to raylaneburn.com and I'll send it to you as a gift. Okay. Because that will be really clear on what you want and open up the pathways. Okay?
Yeah, I wondered too about my health because I am 70.
Well, I've only got a few seconds left. That's a whole other thing.
Okay.
Look for peace. When we're at peace, we're way healthier. So I do have to go. This is Raylene Byrne, Medicine for Your Spirit. Please come and say hello to me on my website at raylaneburn.com. There's lots of yummy stuff there. And I look forward to talking with you again, seeing you, sharing with you, and offering assistance or guidance. As I say, medicine for your spirit.
A1R Psychic Radio. That's #1 Psychic Radio Network. And watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Sessions with Spirit with Gene Rose. Live from Facebook.com/Tarot Readings by Gene Rose. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page. Facebook.com/Psychic Radio. Or one of our websites, AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv. This is Sessions with Spirit on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everyone, and
to another episode of Sessions with Spirit. I am Jean Rose. I will be your host this evening, so thank you so much for joining us, regardless as to wherever you are in the world. So if it is day or night by you, welcome in. Before I say anything else, I would like to dedicate tonight's episode to my beautiful friend Irene. She has me all in my feels tonight. Oh my gosh. Guys, she sent me a beautiful, I can do this, beautiful package. And it was not expected at all. And I just want her to know that I love her and I appreciate you so much. And I am beyond glad that we are friends. I feel very, very grateful to have you in my life. So thank you for being someone that I can always call on. I love you. I love you, Irene. I know. I'm all in my feels tonight, but that's okay. Guys, I'm a July Leo. We're going to blame that. Just some people come in your life and especially nowadays, it's very hard to make genuine connections. You know, my wife and I say it all the time after COVID, the world changed. It did. And when you meet a person such as Irene, you want to hold on and grab onto them with both hands and not let go. So Irene, my love, tonight this one's for you. Love you. Guys, as always, we are going to be starting with a couple of readings from my beautiful Stace. Yes. Oh gosh. I know, right? Like she's always crying. I feel like that episode of Kitchen Nightmares with the sisters, and the one sister is always like bawling, always. Yes. So I feel like that, but it's okay. It is happy tears. So never a bad reason to cry when it's happy tears. I'm going to begin with another beautiful friend of mine. Her name is Cuss Bucket. Yes. She's very dear to me. And in fact, tonight, she kind of caught on that I was getting nervous. And she was like, hold on, breathe. And I thank her for that wholeheartedly. I really do. So Cuss Bucket, my love, I'm going to pull some cards for you. Guys, tonight we're using Ida's deck. Yes, we are. This is one of my favorites. It absolutely is. This was given to me by my sister from another mister, my dear Ada. So, Ada, you already know. Yes. It always shuffles like butter. I can't. Every single time. It does not matter. I love it. I just adore this deck. I do. But so for Cuss Bucket, and guys, I'm going to be doing a general reading for her. I like doing general, and the only reason why is because anything and everything can come up in the cards. And that's always a good thing. You know what I mean? And that way you're not limited to, say, money, career, love, anything can come up. Okay, so, Cuss Bucket. Ooh, okay, love, I see you. The stress is dissipating, okay? Yes, it is dissipating. It is going away. So I would not be in a state of angst, doubt, fear, any of that. It's going away. In fact, the drama is done with. The first card was the Knight of Cups, and that card fell reversed, meaning that moving away in regards to that drama. The Cup suit is the emotion suit. And with that Knight, because we know that Knights can be very chaotic, yes, they can. But with it falling reversed, that's actually a very good thing. The Knight of Cups is actually an ick card for me. I-C-K, yes, ick, ew. When it falls upright. And because it fell reversed, yay, we can cheer and clap and be happy. Because like I said before, that drama is going away. That next card is the Sun. The sun is going to refer to contentment, joy, happiness. I call it a power card. I really do. I feel like it's the 10 of cups, but on steroids. It even refers to financial abundance, things falling into place, things coming together. And then the final card was the Hermit. That card also fell reversed, but that's a good thing. And the reason why I say that is because you don't have to go through the tunnel to get to the light. Instead, you're at that light. So whatever you have gone through, I want to say over these last couple of weeks, maybe month or so, it finally is starting to go away. I did go ahead and pull an extra card for you. And you got the Five of Swords. That card is going to be all about setting boundaries. Yes, Queen. So don't hesitate to do that at all. Okay? So, yes, my loves. Guys, let's take a caller, shall we? Up, we have Carrie. Carrie, you there with me, love?
Hello.
Hello, love.
Yes,
How
hello.
are you? Oh, and Ozzy, how
I'm good,
exciting. How are you going?
Yeah, I'm not too bad.
I'm so
Too
glad.
bad today.
Aw, love, what are we reading on tonight?
Pardon?
What would you like a reading on?
What? Just a general.
Oh, I love general. Okay.
Yeah.
How's the weather by you?
Yeah, not too bad today.
Oh, that's good.
It's a bit windy. Yeah.
Yes, here too, in the States. Yeah. Oh, okay. So we have some success ahead. Who's the manipulative male, though? It also could be a dominant female who also is manipulative, but they are dominant and manipulative, especially emotionally.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what, love?
Yes.
Oh, you okay? Honey.
Yeah.
First card is the Six of Wands. Is it like an on again, off again situation?
Yes.
Okay. The reason why I asked is the first card was the Six of Wands and that card fell reversed. So that lack of success.
Yep.
Baby doll, I'm going to say this straightforwardly, okay? It's not going to be what you want it to be. And I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer. I don't, okay? But I am a straight shooter when it comes to readings. And I think you know in your heart of hearts what's going on.
Yep.
The lack of change. It's all words. It's not anything ever put into action. And if it is, then maybe it's good for like a week. And then things go back to the way they were.
Yep.
Oh, my love. I wish I could give you a huge hug right now. I know it's hard to hear. I know it is.
Yep.
But you know what? I would rather you hear this tonight. I'd rather you hear it now. Then, you know what? Waiting like 10 years or 5 years, I don't want that. I do not want that.
No.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, love. Second card is Justice. That card is going to refer to the scale evening out. Yeah. So things having to sort of find that way where they can fall into place. But I feel like that's not going to happen until you're at peace. And you're not at peace right now, love. You're not.
Yep.
And you know this, you know? The card after that was that King of Cups. That's why I said, ooh, who's the manipulative male or dominant manipulative female? The final card is the Five of Cups. I think if you stay, you'll regret it. I don't say that lightly. I don't. I'll even pull extra cards for you, baby girl. Two of Pentacles. That balance is needed. Then you got the Three of Pentacles. Teamwork makes the dream work, but it fell reversed. So they're not a willing participant in the relationship. There's always an excuse. There's always a reason. The last and final card was the Page of Swords. That's going to refer to the start or beginning of that new thinking, that new mindset, and that new communication.
Yep.
Until they get on board, though, my love, it's going to be near impossible to make it work.
Yep.
Oh, my love.
Yep.
I'm so sorry. I wish I had better news.
That's all right. That's
Oh, baby
fine.
doll. Can I pull an oracle card for you?
Yes, please.
Absolutely, my love. So I'm going to pull from Seasons of the Witch. Sorry, guys. This is actually the Maven deck, which for the month of September is what we celebrate. So these cards are just solely for you, okay?
Yep.
Oh, love, you got Campfire, Queen of the Dead, and then you also, I pulled 3 for you. You also receive Coven. So the first card is Campfire. Do not fear opening your mouth and allowing your tongue to speak. Don't be afraid to speak your mind. Don't be afraid to ask for what you need and what you want. Whether it's in a relationship, whether it's at work, at home, don't be afraid to ask for it. Does that make sense?
Hello?
I said, don't be afraid to ask for what you want.
Hello?
Your next card was Queen of the Dead. Fear not the rage of the fire living within, for it is the power of your fierceness waiting to taste you fully. So basically, anger is not an enemy. If we use it in the right way, it actually can help us, especially in catapulting us forward into a more positive space. It's all in shedding and purging that anger and not staying in that space. And then, of course, that last card is Coven. Coven is I am you and you're me. When we come together, we are all we seek. Me, myself, and I. That's all you need. That's all you need, my love.
Yes.
Everything after that is the cherry on top. It is. But you have to make sure you are in a situation where you are being respected and you are being loved and treated with kindness.
Yes. Yep.
My mom used to say something, and it was, if you are unhappy more than you are happy in a relationship, then it's not a relationship. And I think those words could serve you tonight. You know what I mean? Think about it. You don't have to make a decision this evening or this morning by you. You don't have to make a decision now. But understanding and realizing, like, oh, wow, this is an issue and it's not going to change.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're so welcome, Carrie. You're so welcome. I wish it was better. I really do. But at least you know now. You know?
Yep. Yep.
I love you. You take care. Be well. If you want, give me a follow on Facebook. You can find me at Tarot Readings by Jean Rose. I only say that way you can update me. I want to hear that you adjusted your crown and you're doing well. Okay?
Yes. Yes. Yep.
Oh, love.
Thank you very much.
You're so welcome. You take care and you have a beautiful night.
I will. Thank you.
All right. All right. Bye-bye, love. Oh, how heart-wrenching. Guys, that's the way it is, though. I'm always going to tell you what the cards say. I am never going to, and it's not a matter of sugarcoating it, but there's a lot of yes readers out there. Yes, he's going to leave his wife. Yes, he's going to do this. Yes, this is going to happen. That's going to happen. I'm not one of those readers. I literally tell you what the cards say. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay? Let's take another caller. Suzette?
Hi.
Hello? Hi, love. How are you?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm great. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. How are you doing tonight?
How's your night going? I'm doing great.
It's going very well. Thank you for asking. Thank you, love. Thank you, Suzette. What are we reading on tonight, love?
So I just had a quick question. My ex left me a year ago to this day. And then he just, and I have kids, I have 2 kids. So he just proposed to move in, like buy a house together, and he would live in the in-law suite for a year. I don't know how to take that. He's dating, okay. I'm not dating, but I don't want him back.
First answer, and I'm just shuffling, is absolutely not. I'm going to see what the cards say. I'm also a psychic. But first, there's something off about it. I feel like he just is looking for a place to lay his hat instead of genuinely, and you said it yourself, and I'm not trying to play feed the psychic, but you said he's dating and you are not. How are you going to feel if he brings a woman home?
I wouldn't care.
Really?
I just don't want my kids. Yeah, honestly.
To see it.
Because I've been over it. He wasn't really nice to me, so I'm really over it.
Yes, Queen. Okay. I hear you. Is it like, okay. I love it.
Is it beneficial
overall
for the kids?
Answer to come, yeah, not around the kids, definitely. I totally get that. Overall answer did come back as a no.
No?
Do not do it.
Okay.
Do not do it.
Perfect.
First card was the 7 of Swords, is self-sabotage. It would be setting either you or your kids up for failure. And I don't mean to be dramatic in saying that, but the 7 of Swords, not a great card. And it also is a definite no. The Ace of Pentacles fell reversed. You might get asked a lot, oh, can I have $20 here? Can I have $40 there? The finances. Not to say that he's looking at you like a bank, but he's the one that needs the place to live. You have your castle. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense.
Okay. The next part, my love, is... Go ahead. No, go ahead. Speak, please.
I just want to make sure my kids are okay.
I think the kids are going to be fine. I wouldn't let him stay there out of fear of the kids. I think it would do more damage than it would good having him there, because then they're not going to understand why is he there, but you guys aren't. There's too much. It's too complicated. And to be straightforward is messy, or it'll become messy. So I would be very careful in the next steps that you take. I wouldn't be like, oh, maybe, like, don't be reminiscent, or, oh, well, it'll help him out. Don't make excuses for him either. Your cards were very clear. You got the 7 of Cups. This is a cycle. This is something he does over and over and over. It is literally the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. And then the final card was the Knight of Wands, and that card fell reversed. So a lack of opportunity. I think a lack of opportunity for growth, for your kids, for you. You know, I mean, think about it this way. What if you find love? Are you going to want him there? I know you don't care, and that's excellent, but how will your partner feel knowing that you have an ex, even if they're in an in-law suite, that they have access to you? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes, I get it.
You will be shortchanging yourself, my love. I'll even pull extra cards. Yeah, 6 of Swords falling reversed, Ace of Wands reversed, and here, I wouldn't do it. And my job is not to invoke fear, but I think you know that this would be a disaster all the way around. And a year is not going to be a year. It's going to be more like 5. It's just none of it. His actions don't meet with his words, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
So, okay. I feel like that was even an issue when you guys were in a relationship. He would say one thing and then completely do the opposite. And that was one of the things, among others, that eroded the foundation of the relationship. Honey, you are not crazy and you are not wrong at all.
Oh, gosh, thank you.
You're so welcome.
That's what you made me feel.
So, no, you are not. And you know what? Can I just say it? You are not being a B, okay? You're not by saying no. Absolutely not. No. Honey, that is your castle. You are the queen, okay? No, absolutely not. But you're not going crazy. Because I feel like this is like you're racking your brain all the time trying to figure this out. Well, what if I did this? And what if this happened? No, it's not worth it. Think of all the stress you've had over the last couple of weeks. Just thinking about this. Just thinking about it. Is it worth it? You know?
No.
There's your answer.
Yeah.
There is your answer. Yeah. I would be very, very, not careful, but I would tread softly when it comes to having people in your home. You know, company is like fish. It goes bad after 3 days. And whether he is in the actual house with you or in the in-law suite, after a couple no, it'll lose its luster and it'll just be a volatile situation. So I wouldn't. Final answer. Nah.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're so welcome, my love. You be blessed. You have a wonderful night and you slay the day, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're so welcome, love. You take care.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Guys, we
bye.
still have a few minutes left. Oh, bye, love. Oh, she's so sweet. Guys, we had some excellent callers tonight. I do want to do a couple more if I can. Lisa, yes. These are for my beautiful stiggies. Yes, they are. I know, guys. What a beautiful show tonight. Can I say that? Love when they shuffle like that. So for love, movement towards money. First card is the Nine of Pentacles. Movement towards financial opportunities. Second card was the Ace of Swords, unexpected success. So things are going to ease up financially for you. And then your last and final card was the Ten of Swords, but it fell reversed, meaning a lack of disappointments or even betrayals. So yeah, love, things are definitely looking on the up and up for you. How wonderful. Oh my gosh. And then let's do one for Cassie. Love that. I love this deck never fails. Can I just say that? This deck never fails. It's beautiful. First card, my love, is the Wheel of Fortune. Matters impacted by time. Yes. So don't rush things. Let them organically happen and unfold. Okay? The Eight of Pentacles, that card, all reversed. So things are quiet now, and that's okay. All right, things are not going to be happening as much, but I feel as though you're going to be able to get some much needed rest in. And then your last and final card is the Fool. Shout out to my wife. She does have this as a tattoo. Baby, I love you. The Fool card is all about moving in a new and different direction. Don't be so hard on yourself. It's not worth it. Not only that, the Fool stops and smells the roses. He stays present. He's not worried about the humdrum of everyday life. He's not worried about it. Instead, he stays focused and just on the ball. And how he does that is by soaking up every single moment. Yes! Isn't that great? Guys, really quick, I do want to pull a few for Ada. Yes, I do. Right? I have to pull for Ada with Ada's deck. And so shout out to her. Hello, my love. Let's do a side shuffle one more time. I love this deck, guys. I do. First card is the Nine of Cups. Stop overthinking and overdoing things, not trying to call you up. Then you got the Lover's card, whether it be in regards to your relationship, things at home, the relationship you have with yourself. Stop overthinking. It's just making things more complicated. Your last and final card is the Two of Pentacles. That card fell reversed. To balance, the answers you need are already within you. Only more. Page of Cups. Start a beginning of something new, specifically in regards to love. I feel like a breath of fresh air is about to enter the house and enter your life. You know, we have fall coming now. There's so many beautiful things to look forward to. The season's changing. And with that, I feel and see from the cards that you're going to start to feel that change too. Guys, thank you so much for joining me this evening. It was absolutely beautiful. Don't forget to follow me at Tarot Readings by Jean Rose. You can find me on Facebook. Also, I am on TikTok. You can find me at Mrs._Siggy. Join the Siggy crew, the Siggy fam. We even have merch coming out soon, so that will be fun. I am available for private appointments, so don't hesitate to reach out and talk to me about what your needs are. I wish you all a beautiful, beautiful evening. Thank you again for joining me. This was a lovely night, and it was filled with amazing readings. Guys, until next week, I love you all. Good night, guys.
Psychic Radio Network and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome. Time for Mystical Empowerment Time with Deb Bullion. Live from SpiritQuestSchool.org. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/Psychic Radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Mystical Empowerment Time on A1R, the A1R Radio Network.
Welcome to Mystical Empowerment Time. I am Deb Bullions coming to you from the not-so-sunny Gold Coast of Australia. We're having a little bit of rain, but we do need that. So I hope that you've been having a fabulous week thus far. I know it's been active with loads and loads of energies going on and solar flares and all kinds of interesting activities. But here we are, everybody's well, and I'm so looking forward to taking a caller today and then moving on to our special topic for the day. As always, I love to share information and teachings. And today's topic is channeling and how that actually works, what we can do with it, how we can use it, and how it can benefit us. So if you yourself are a psychic or a medium or are learning how to do these things, then the likelihood is that you can channel as well. I like to say we are like a radio dial, the old-fashioned, old-school radio dial, where we had to move that arm to the station that we wanted to tune into. So if we want to tune into beings who have crossed over because we're a medium, then we would have it on that particular station. If we would, however, like to talk to angels, we move the dial a little bit and ask for the angels to come through. Now, we can hear the words ourselves, or we can choose to channel them, which is to allow those beings to give us the words to say, or when we really trust them, to allow them to place the words in our mouth, which is quite advanced, without knowing beforehand what they're going to say. And in those cases, when I do these channels, I tend to be sitting in the back seat and letting them use the front seat. So I'm still here in my body, but they are saying what they need to say. And I say, please don't put it in my brain so I'm not tempted to edit it. I'm hearing it as the same time as the beings or the people that are in the audience listening to the channels. So a little bit later on, we will take you through what that process is like. But what can you use it for? Well, you've probably all heard of Lee, who channels Cryon. You've probably heard of Abraham Hicks, which is Esther Hicks, who channels Abraham. And they have their specialties. They channel a particular being, and that being has things that they need to impart to the world. So yes, there are the world-class channelers who have a single being. But for those of us who do readings, we can also channel people's spirit guides. And in fact, usually we do without realizing it. But we can decide that we want to be more intentional with it. We can decide that, say to the client, we're going to allow your spirit guide to speak to you now. They have some very important messages that we don't wish to basically put in our words. We'd like them to put it in their words. So, wow, we have Lisa coming to us from San Jose, California. Are you there, Lisa?
I'm here, Deb.
I'm so excited to talk to you because San Jose is my hometown. That is where I was born and grew up.
Oh, nice. I just want a general reading. I'm
Sure.
struggling with work right now. I want to see what should I do?
Okay. So I feel as though the first thing that they show me is a young man. Now, are you staying for family reasons? Are you sticking this out for family reasons?
For convenience.
Convenience, because okay.
Yeah.
So is there do you have a son, or is there a young man at work that is causing a bit of an issue?
No.
Okay, I'm wondering why they came in with this young man to begin with. Let me just get a tap and a hold on this. It won't be a moment. I just need to go a little deeper into the energy and ask them what's going on. Okay. I've got to say, there feels like very much you are, I want to say the way that you approach things is very light, very genuine, caring, but I feel like there's a lot of oppression. I don't know how to explain this. It feels very heavy around you, not coming from you, but like it's coming from the situation. Does that make any sense to you? Like, are there some oppressive rules or oppressive ways that things have to be done?
Yes. Yes.
Because it feels like there you are in this heavy environment, but you're a very light. You like to do things and just take things in your stride, but it's like they want to make a bigger deal of things, or things have to be done and taken very seriously. It just feels like very much a mismatch of energy for you.
Yeah. So would it be wise to stay or look for something else? Or give it time?
I'll always give you two paths, because obviously I'm not here to make the decision, but let's have a look down both what happens if you stay and what happens if you go. So we'll look down both paths, and that can give you an idea of what might feel better to you. So if you stay, they said that it's almost like having to resign yourself to the fact that you can't impart change there. And they make me feel like you're a person who is all for change for the better, all for taking on new things if it's going to lead to better outcomes. But I just feel this oppressive wall that you're dealing with, like you can't actually influence the change. So they're saying it would be a matter of changing your mindset to accept this is how it is. But I don't feel like it would get any easier from their side of things. It doesn't feel like the environment's going to change. It would be you constantly working on your mindset. And of course, we can get used to anything and get our head around anything that we have to, but it doesn't mean we're enjoying ourselves. So it doesn't feel very enjoyable. So let's see what it feels like if you go, where you would go, if they can show me how things would actually look. Okay. Wow. Now, are you in tech at all?
No.
Because it's like them showing me, and I don't know if they're just giving me examples, but it's like working for an old organization that does things one way, but there's there's an organization out there for you that has a much more, I want to say youthful, exuberant outlook. And they're very much for people who are of your, I say vibration, but your quality of person. So let me just see if they can give me detail around this. They just said you can literally secure another role within 3 to 4 weeks without having to leave your existing role.
Okay.
So they're saying you can apply while you are where you are, and within 3 to 4 weeks, you'd have an offer. So it's
nice. Okay.
One interview. They're showing me that you can even do it online, that they would be open to an online interview so that you don't have to take any time off or travel. And they're saying, and then they would tell you you're one of two or one of three. Then an in-person interview would be arranged. And it would be just a matter of days after that you would secure it.
Nice. Okay.
They're talking about needing to have your resume or CV revitalized. Have you just done that?
Have I? No, I haven't updated my resume.
Because they're saying if you have somebody have you got a niece that is of because they're showing me like somebody in the family who can do it for you.
A resume?
Yeah, just refreshing. So the information is fine. It's just the reformatting. And they're saying there's somebody, it's either a friend's daughter or a niece. There's somebody very close to you that could say like, hey, I'll just whip that up for you in a day, Lisa, not a problem.
Oh, okay. I probably do. I have friends in human resource. But I'll think of somebody that can help me with that.
Yeah, because it's really just the graphics. They're saying the information is there. You could look at the keywords and the buzzwords to update those. But they're saying that graphically, it just needs representing. And so It's not even about having to rewrite everything. It's just change a few keywords in the last couple of positions and then let somebody that has fresh eyes just pop it into a different format for you.
Got it. Okay.
But they're saying quickly. They're saying like if you could get it done next week, you could be in a whole new position in 4 weeks' time.
Okay.
And they're saying normally things don't move that quickly. But it's just like there's this window. You're asking at the perfect time and they're saying, yeah, you don't have to go anywhere. Just change that CV, that resume, and have a look, and you'll be like, this seems too good to be true, but it will be true. And they're saying it's not even, they just said the words to me around the corner. So I know nothing's around the corner in San Jose, but they're trying to say that it's very much in the area for you. So you will not have huge commutes or anything else.
Okay. And then do you see it in the same profession or something different?
They say it's one step away from what you do right now. So let me just ask them to explain that. What's one step away mean? Same skills used in a similar industry, but slightly differently. So it's like you're still using the same skills, but they are just applied to a different type of industry. It's similar, but different.
Okay.
They're saying there's a reason that they say similar but different because they're almost like, I think you'll be able to find some keyword searches. Do you use LinkedIn?
Yes, I do.
Because they're saying if you use the keyword searches for your prominent skills, that it's going to open up like a whole new world for you instead of thinking of the exact same industry.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, so they're like same skills, just used slightly differently. Similar industry, but not exactly the same. So this seems very easy. And I feel like, have you been having headaches or is it just the pressure?
Pressure, headaches, both.
Yeah, because they're saying it's like the end of the headaches. You're just going to be laughing because you're going to be like, why did I wait so long? Because they were never going to change. It was up to you to make the change. And there are so many good things out there for you. And they're saying you're at a stage where you shouldn't have to work this hard. You should really be able to enjoy what you do now and not have to have that kind of pressure put upon you.
Okay.
They say you're very good at what you do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, I just want to see if there's anything else that they want to talk to you about today. What does this mean? So they just said the phrase to me with love, you just need to slow it down.
Slow down love?
Yeah, so they're talking about with romance, with love, they're saying you just need to slow it down a little bit. And I feel like what they're saying is for you to slow down, to be able to spend more focused time. Does that make any sense to you?
Yeah, romance in the house hasn't been that great.
Okay.
Slowing it down in like what ways? Like maybe, am I asking for too much, or am I running too fast where I need a little bit more romance? I'm not quite sure.
Sure. So I think what they're saying is more focus on it. Actually taking the time to think through things that they would like to do and you'd be okay with, because it's like I feel like there's coexistence, but there's not focused effort on having really enjoyable times together.
Okay. That makes sense.
So yeah, so they're just saying, just slow down a little bit and think, what would they really like? What can I do to give them a bit of a treat, and then to actually be freed up to spend time to enjoy it with them, so that they know, look, I'm putting the focused effort in. It's your turn to choose next time what we do that you think I would enjoy.
I see. Okay.
So it's just a little revitalization, just revitalizing that love life a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a challenge.
They think that things will change for you when this job changes. It's going to give you back more time, and it's going to give you back more energy. It might take you between 1 and 3 months for you to regulate your nervous system again because of all the stress you've been under. But they said once you do that, you're going to feel wonderful, and then you're actually going to look forward to revitalizing the relationship again.
Okay. I'm so glad they brought that up.
This feels a bit too hard right now.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Thank you.
I think great things are coming for you, and thank you so much for calling today.
Thank you so much, Deb. I really appreciate this.
You're so welcome. Take care, Lisa.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay. I have done something to my screen. There we go. Got it back. Okay. What I was talking to you about before our beautiful caller, Lisa, which how ironic is that? She was from the hometown that I grew up in. And I do get back there, but it's usually about every 5 years, although COVID put me a little off track for that. All righty. Back to channeling. Now, channeling is a fantastic thing that we can do. Not just for the sake of being in front of an audience, but even for ourselves. So if you imagine that you can get advice from any being who has ever lived, or any being who you know of in spirit, this can be a great resource and a great thing to do for yourself. So imagine you need some advice around the industry that you're in, and you know of a great innovator from the past who is now in spirit, and you think, could I really talk to the person who founded ABC? Yes, you could. Perhaps you need some spiritual advice, and you have a go-to. Maybe you're a fan of Jesus. Maybe you're a fan of Buddha. Maybe you're a fan of Kuan Yin, or any of the other ascended masters over there. There's nothing stopping you from connecting with them. If you know how to connect with yourself, and you know how to connect with your spirit team of guides and angels, or your higher self, whoever you trust that you can connect with easily, then you just ask them to support you to safely connect with this particular being that you wish to connect with. Now, I always say what we receive is usually as good as our questions. So it's very important that we spend some time working on good questions. When I do this for myself, I usually only ask 3 to 5 questions. I'll put them down on paper so that I don't forget them, and I know what it is that I want to receive from the session. Now, no surprises with spirit. Sometimes that's not what we talk about, because spirit will know what we really need. We might be looking down here thinking small, and they may be saying, oh, it's over here that we need to focus. But I would say 80% of the time, preparing the questions ahead of time is helpful. Then you can go into whatever your practices are to be prepared to talk to spirit. For some people, that's candle gazing and taking a few deep breaths, stepping away from the busy mind and allowing their awareness to fall into their heart chakra or their body and away from that busy, busy head. For other people, that might be listening to a meditation app. And for others yet, they have their own ritual to prepare themselves to feel ready to connect to spirit. Once we do that, most of us have some spiritual hygiene, which is clearing ourselves of any energies that are not our own and making sure that we're in good shape and ready to work. In that case, after that's all done, then we can ask our team to help us to connect with the being. We can also ask if that being is safe to connect with and if they will work with us, because not all beings are for all people. Most of the time, they're happy to help us humans, those of us that are left back here. To give you an example, last night, I was at a circle and I taught, I believe it was 10 women. A couple of them knew how to do this already. They'd been to my courses, but some of the others had never had a channeling experience at all. By taking them deeply into a meditation and into relaxation, we were able to call forward 3 beings. And you can do this yourself as well. As I said, make sure you do it safely. Make sure that you're supported by your own team, and then call them in. We then ask for them to allow us to feel their energy. And then we would ask the 2 questions. We prepared 2 questions for each being. And last night's beings that we channeled were Isis, Thoth, or Thoth, however you say that. And the last one was Archangel Ariel. And so we prepared questions for each of them. Isis told us about what we needed to know about the divine feminine, females at this point in time on the planet. And Thoth helped us to be ready for coming current events. What did we need to know to prepare ourselves? And Archangel Ariel taught us some lessons about working with animals and insects and reptiles. So I thought that I would share a few of the things that we learned last night to give you an insight on how valuable channeling can actually be. Myself, I personally received a message from Archangel Ariel that surprised me. She said that the bugs, and in our case in Australia, we have geckos and little skink, little lizards and other things that might be in the home. And she said that they're typically terrified of humans, whether it's a spider, whether it's a cockroach, whether it's whatever it is, they typically don't want to show themselves. And she said, so if one shows itself to you, ask what the message is, because they often have messages to bring. And if we can't hear those messages, we can look up what's the significance of that particular little insect or reptile. They have messages. She said, so if they're putting themselves in harm's way for you, you should feel honored that they've shown you their presence. Now, she's not talking about an invasion of ants or cockroaches in your home. Obviously, we have to find ways to deter them and send them elsewhere. But she's saying just the odd little thing, or if we continue to see a certain thing over and over, then there's probably a message, and we should probably look to try to understand what that is. She had other messages for people as well about how to honor our sea life, how to honor our animals. And one of the messages was that animals are one of the last bastions of unconditional love on this earth. And for those who are pet lovers, we already know this, but even the animals in nature, if we want to watch unconditional love in action, the way that they behave with their families very often shows us a really good example of what it is to love a being. And if we are lucky enough to interact with them, we can usually feel that as well from them. So it was all about honoring and respecting them. And she also said, recognize that they have a right to be here. They have a right as much as we have a right, and we should find ways to peacefully coexist wherever possible, including removing anything that could be dangerous as well, putting them into a safer space. So that was some of the information that we received from our channels from Archangel Ariel last night. And we had messages from Isis as well. And if you would like to receive your own, again, I suggest that you allow yourself to follow a guided meditation into a nice, relaxed, it's a change of brainwaves is what it is, and have your questions ready. Go ahead. Some may want to actually write the questions down. Others of you might feel like you can just remember. But I do encourage you to give it a try. And if you'd like to learn, you can find me at www.spiritquestschool.org. And if you don't see dates up for your area, you can send me a message and request, and we can organize something for you and your surrounding areas. I love to teach. And if you'd like a reading from me, you can find me at www.deb, that's D-E-B, .bullions, that's BULLIONS.com.au, which stands for Australia. Thank you so much. I will see you or hear from me next week, same time. Thanks for joining me. Wishing you a wonderful weekend.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome. Time for the Hallie Elise Show with Hallie Elise. Hallie Elise. Live from HallieElise.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page. Facebook.com/Psychic Radio. Or one of our websites, AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv. This is the Hallie Elise Show on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Good evening, everyone. As always, I am happy, delighted, and excited to be here this evening. I was going to have my lovely friend Carrie Bear as a guest tonight. However, he'll have to be on another evening. There seems to be some tech issues. We're in 2 separate states, and that shouldn't be a problem, right? Now, anybody who knows me for a long time, I'm sure they're laughing and tapping their hand going, sure, no tech issues for you, Hallie. But this time it wasn't me. What can I tell you? Oh my, I am officially older today. Ever wonder about that? We have a birthday, which we know it's a particular date, and we celebrate that date each year. And yet overnight, we seem to be a year older. Wouldn't it be nice if we could go the other way? We can bend some time, and instead of being a year older, perhaps we're a year younger. There is something called quantum jumping. I think I may have mentioned it once or twice before. So you can connect with a younger version of yourself, or you can go into your past. You can go into your future. A lot of people have heard the word regression. Somebody regresses into a past life or regresses within this current life to get information. There is also something known as progression, where you progress into a lifetime that is beyond this moment. I don't know if I want to do that one. Maybe, maybe not. I guess it depends on how much fun it is if I have my own private jet or not. And, that's a hint. Folks, it's my birthday. If you want to give me a private jet, I'm good with that. I'm out of planes. I like flying on planes. It's all good. All right, kidding aside. Back to Carrie for just a moment. You may have seen him before on the air. He's incomparable. He's wise. He's learned in so many ways, especially in the art and science of meditation. And he studied with some masters. Hopefully we'll be able to get him back on very soon. Also, I am currently reading a couple of books from some amazing authors, and they should be on as well in the near future. What I'm working towards is getting a bit more structure. Oh my gosh, can you imagine me structured? So when it comes to having guests on the show, I think it would be a good idea. And the intention here is one guest a month. If things go well, I should be able to have them on, let's say, the same week every month. It would be, let's say, the 3rd week of the month or the 2nd week of the month. I'm still getting the kinks worked out. Too many other things going on. I want to share very quickly as well. Oh my goodness. After more than a decade at my office, which the girls and I have loved. I say girls, Dr. Maya Sarkeesian, Gina, who does energy work and massage, and Michelle, who does biofeedback. We've worked hand in hand together for years, referring clients and patients back and forth. If I didn't know something, I would refer them, or they would refer to me, or sometimes we had mutual clients. We're still going to stay in touch. We're still going to share information and definitely make referrals, though we're all going to different places at the moment. The building that we've been in for so many years has recently transitioned to new ownership, and things have changed. That being said, we are making a change. That's really the easiest explanation, though. For those of you who are used to calling, going, hey, I want to get in today, I still may be able to accommodate you that way. We'll have to take a look and see as time progresses. I do have a temporary space. I have already booked some clients there. If you have an interest in getting into the Boca Raton office, do call me at 561-755-2166, or you can inbox me. But really the quickest is to use the phone number, whether you text or call. And I will see what I can do to get you into the office. And of course, if you're out of the country or you're out of the state, I'm happy to speak with you over the phone. Speaking of, I believe we have, if I read that correctly, Samantha on the line.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I am blessed and highly favored. I hope you are. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. And I love your answer. Blessed and favored. That's the way we all should recognize our lives, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have a specific question that you wanted to address this evening, or a specific area of focus?
Well, I'd like to know about my father and just that, really.
Okay, so you're looking to know about your father who's no longer here?
Yes, he's not here with us. He passed away last year.
Yeah. I will be very candid. I'm not specifically a medium, meaning I don't get a whole mess of information from the other side. I pick up a little here, a little there in respect to the other side. Though, for me, it's more clairaudient, clairsentient, and clairvoyant. I will focus for a moment, see what I can pick up for you, and I'll share what I get, and then we can go from there. How's that?
That sounds great.
Okay. So the first thing that seems to pop in is someone who could be very brusque at times, meaning you're like, if he was focused on something, and this feels like more going back maybe 10, even 20 years ago, when he was focused, he was one of those people that, had to keep his attention on what he was doing. He didn't want to, I don't want to say be bothered, but interrupted if he was focused on things. I feel like he felt it was important to complete what he was looking at or doing. It's interesting. I get a very complex individual, meaning he at times seemed as if he could be difficult or could be self-contained, might be a better way to express that versus difficult. And yet he could surprise you by being very tender or very accommodating at times. Again, I get a very complex personality. I get the sense that people either liked him or they didn't. I don't get a lot of middle ground as far as that goes. I will tell you that. I'm sorry, say that again, hon?
No, I was just agreeing with you.
Okay, thank you. I do get the sense that he truly loved his family, though I also get the sense that they didn't always know it. Again, there's that complexity with him. I kind of get the feeling that in his mind, he kind of thought that you should know. Like the family should know how he feels and that they shouldn't take that for granted. Like he shouldn't have to tell them, which I think is interesting. And yet this last, I'd say 2-3 years, the feeling is that he was more open to family, to love, actually. And I guess maybe that's what I'm trying to say here. I'm trying to find the best words to articulate this. I get the feel that he was very self-protective or self-insulated, if you will. And it was not easy for him to fully express or embrace love. And yet this past 2-3 years, it feels as if he was more open to that. I will tell you that on the other side, I get not regret, though a sense of wanting those that he loved to know that he genuinely did care about them. So if there's any doubt about that, please share, because it was just more a matter of too difficult for him to communicate based on his own upbringing and his own sense of self. I know how to explain this better because I'm sitting here kind of tripping over my words, and I want to be clear with this. The overall impression with your dad is that he felt deeply, though he did not always know how to express it. And he thought if he was too expressive, too touchy-feely, too lovey-dovey, he wouldn't seem strong. He wouldn't seem the man like in charge. And I get the sense that a lot of that came from not so much his dad, but an older male. So whether it was an uncle or a grandfather, or even an older cousin.
That's exactly right. Not an uncle or a grandfather, but my dad grew up in foster care and had a really, excuse my French, but effed up upbringing, but he was a great father. He was a great father.
Yeah, because I just get, like I said, the sense that it was just so difficult for him. On a good note, honey, you really do need to know, again, he loved his family, even though it wasn't always said in the way that would have been most comfortable or most appreciated. That love was genuine. That was there. And again, I don't get there being regret, just more the thought of it would have been nice to see how people would have responded to him or how people would have reacted to him if he were able to express differently.
Yeah.
But I do get, again, that love, that was genuine. I also get that he's around, but he's not around all the time. So what I mean by that is, okay, I get the feel that when you feel as if there's like a chill up the back of your neck, or it almost feels like somebody brushes by you and nobody's there and you think, oh, it's the air conditioner or the fan or something, it's your dad. So he does show up, he does interact periodically. And I feel like you can tell specifically when you get that, like almost a tickle, if you will, on the back of your neck. And it reminds me of somebody taking their hand and kind of going like this on the back of your neck, or a feeling of somebody brushing by. That's the best way I can tell you to recognize his presence. And I would be surprised if a photo didn't fall over, or some sort of sign that you have sitting around, but it feels like something was pushed or will be pushed in the near future to let you know that he's present.
Okay.
So
thank you.
You're welcome. There's a physical action to look for if it hasn't shown up yet. So if you walk into a room, for instance, and that little whatever plaque was sitting on the table and you see it laying on its side and you're like, oh, this happened. That was your dad. And just letting you know that, hey, I'm around. I will tell you that you can speak out loud anytime you want to him, and he will hear you.
That's good to know.
Okay, and the other thing too, one more thing, and you're very welcome, but one more thing that I feel is very important. He no longer, thankfully, harbors ill will towards the older male that I was getting that, I'll just say, wasn't kind to him. I get the sense that he understands why he went through that process, even though, as humans, we look at this and we go, oh my God, that's awful. Why would anybody treat anybody like that? Or shouldn't they know better? Or, what's the point of all that? I get truly, chills. It's always major confirmation to me. I get a very strong feeling that he is aware of why he went through that entire process. And it has more to do with his soul's evolution than it does with his time on Earth. On a good note, he won't have to repeat that type of thing again.
That's good to know. That's really good to know. Thank you so much. I had a few more questions.
Sure.
I'm currently going through a process that I know my dad always wished I was going, would have done sooner, but I'm in school and I'm in a new place and all of this, and I guess I'm wondering, does my grandfather have everything in place when the time comes for him to pass? What kind of an answer do you pick up for that? He's not passed on yet, but that's one of my questions.
So there are certain things that are taken care of and other things that aren't. So for instance, in respect to the idea of preparing for burial, I get that certain things are done, but not all. If there's a way to gain access to his papers, it would be good to review them. And what pops into my mind's eye here is someone who thought they were preparing everything, but because time has changed and because hands change as far as dealing with companies and people, there are certain things that weren't done. So, for instance, the actual funeral might be taken care of, but not the cost to pay for the minister. Or it's like there's something, okay, the best way I can explain this is to say there's something missing within his planning. That's the best way I can explain this. And I would suggest, again, gain access to his paperwork. Please take a look because you'll be able to recognize it right away. And then you can tweak things so that you are prepared. The other thing there is what he leaves behind is not clear. That you have to take a look at. And I feel like it's difficult to have a conversation with him to really get anywhere. Oh, you got your hands full, honey. I will put it this way. As best as you can, do your research without having to ask him. So like if you can go in and just take a look through papers, or there's somebody else in the family who might be able to help you by occupying him while you're looking so that you can gain clarity, that would be a good thing, because I feel like he needs to sign something. It almost reminds me of if somebody had, let's say, a will or a list of intentions for when they pass, but they didn't make it legal. Or there's something missing here that needs to be looked at.
Okay, that sounds exactly like him, though. That does, so.
Okay. Sorry. It makes it a little difficult for you when you have to manage.
It's fine. It's fine. Everything will happen the way it's supposed to, you know.
I will tell you, though, as far as your school, it's an excellent time to do this for you. Even though it feels a little bit like, oh my gosh, maybe I should have done this years ago. My dad was right. Don't worry about any of that. Just allow yourself to say, I'm doing it now. That's what counts. Because I feel as if once this education is under your belt, you are going to be a very happy camper.
Good. I'm glad to know that.
Again, it might feel like, oh my gosh, it's tough, but just know that you can do it because you can. And totally different subject for a minute, Samantha. Your feet. I keep hitting ankles, top of the feet. There's something going on there. Are you having some issue with circulation? Something's happening. I almost feel like it's lymphatic system. And I'm not a doctor by any means. I'm just going by energy. But I will say, if you're noticing that your feet feel swollen, even though they don't look swollen, go get them checked. Because there's something going on, and I feel like it's something easy enough to take care of.
Okay, I definitely will. That is something that I've had some problems like with my back going on down my leg on my left side, pushing on my sciatic nerve. And in the past, like whenever I was getting clean, I was having some circulation. So I'll definitely go to the doctor about that.
Okay. Yeah, just have them do a once over, because it just feels like it's something easy to deal with. And it could be something as simple as you don't have enough of a particular nutrient in your body that you should be getting more of. You know what I mean? Like once they examine you, they go, oh, well, you need to do this, or you need to do that. But I'm going to make a really funny suggestion if you're open to it. And that is, when you get up in the morning, when you get up in the morning and you get out of bed, jump. What I mean is not jump out of the bed to the floor, but like jump up and down, wave your hands up in the air, wave your feet, like if you were a little kid doing the hokey pokey. It feels like you need things moving physically, physiologically, as well as energetically. Because I feel like when you sleep, there's a heaviness connected to you. There's almost a sadness when you fall into sleep. It's very deep. It's very... It's like there's stillness, and yet your mind is still going while your body is weighted. And so when I feel like when you wake up, you kind of need to rebalance the mental with the physical, the spiritual with the physiological. Hopefully this is making some sense to you.
Yeah. Whenever I moved into sober living, I made myself an altar. So it's like a little nightstand, and I got a regular candle, and then I got a white candle, but it's all out. And my Fast Love 13 green candle with the Lucky Lottery candle. I have a pumpkin up here. I have a clear quartz and a lapis, a yin yang symbol with some sage incense I need to burn. And on top of the thing that holds my lapis and my clear quartz is 3 pennies on heads.
Mm-hmm.
And that's.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I'm done.
See if you can get yourself some rose quartz and some, or one at least, Herkimer diamond. It's not an actual diamond, but it's called Herkimer, but it's a type of crystal, a type of quartz. Feels like those two will enhance what you're doing on your altar. The other thing here is when you're at your altar, really be intentional. Don't have your mind in 20 different places and then go, oh, I got to focus before you walk up.
Sounds like me. I also have a cactus up there, a small cactus, because my great granny, she always had cactuses in her window, and it's just something I did to feel closer to her.
Okay, so I have to say this quick because we're, believe it or not, running out of time, but bring something round into the space along with the cactus, and whether that is a beautiful coin or it's just something round with a flower in it or something with a round leaf, something round is really going to be helpful. Thank you so much for calling in, and I really pray that you'll kind of hear these things and follow through because they're important for you. Okay, my friend?
Thank you so much. You have made my night.
So glad. Take good care.
You too. Have a great birthday. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, then. Wow, how did that time go by so quickly? Oh, wait, I know. Tech issues in the beginning. I'm thankful that you joined us this evening. And good night.
A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Understanding Spirit with Mary Shapano. Mary Shapano. Live from MaryVCircles.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147 or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/Psychic Radio, or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Understanding Spirit on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Understanding Spirit. I'm your host, Mary. Hope you've all had a good week. Here in Victoria and Australia, we're under the footy frenzy. We've got a final tomorrow, so a lot of people are coming down to watch that. So the energy around here is, pretty exciting. Just before I jumped on, I had looked at some archangel messages that I had written down, and which angels you could call on at different months during the year. And as I was just looking at it, I got a message. We're at the end of September, of course, now. So the message was for October. So the archangel that has stepped forward for October is Archangel Raguel. And this archangel works with harmony and justice and resolving any conflicts, restoring balance in your life. So with archangels, you always have to ask for assistance. They don't just come and help. So you can always ask if you're having any issues in your life, there's any injustice, anything like that. He did give me a message, which I'm going to read out because I had to write it down because I didn't remember it properly. But the message was, speak peace in your mind and your words will come out graciously and with healing intent. So we always have the opportunity to evolve, to work on ourselves. And, if we kind of think before we speak, there's less chance for, like regret afterwards. So always be mindful, try to put yourself in somebody else's position. And if you feel like really revved up about something, just ask for help, ask to be given some guidance, it'll come to you in a thought, or you'll just know intuitively how to approach the situation. Okay, so I hope that's helpful. It's something you can work towards, in the coming month in October. All right, I do have a caller. I believe I've got Chelsea on the line. Hello, Chelsea.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you tonight?
I'm very well, thank you. How can I help you today?
I was just wondering if there was any general messages coming through for like the next 6 months of my life.
The next 6 months?
Things your guides want to tell me to take forward, moving forward in my life, kind of going through a couple of things.
Yeah, okay. I'll have a look for you, Chelsea. I'll just, so I'll get some cards for you. Do you have a lady in spirit? I have had a woman with me this all morning, and I feel like she's like a sister or was like a sister to somebody. Do you have anyone like that that's in spirit?
It's kind of hard a little bit to hear you. A lady that what?
A lady, she's coming through like a sister or a friend that was like a sister.
Yeah.
Do you have is it a sister?
It's a friend like a sister, yes.
A sister? Okay. Because, as soon as you said that you've been, going through a tough time, that's what this spirit has been talking to me about. So that's why I wanted to ask and see if this this spirit could be with you. I'll describe what she looks like, and you can just tell me if you can place her. Okay. She's wearing her hair up like in a pigtail, and she looks like she's got quite thick hair. It's like either a light, like a brown with some blonde in it, or like a very dark blonde. And she's got, I'd say, like a solid sort of build, and she's just very casual in her dress. She's just wearing like a white shirt. Do you recognize this spirit?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Now, I don't know, because she's going to help you with your situation. Okay. So that's why are you happy to get a message from her?
Okay.
Okay. I just kept hearing the name Deborah. I don't know if it's her name or anybody else that you know. Does that name make any sense to you, or you know anyone with that name?
No, I don't.
Okay. All right. Well, just hang on to it, because it might be somebody that might come up for you as you move forward. All right. Because I just kept hearing it over and over again. I had to write it down. It was, she was persisting with it. Okay. She was showing me, like the strength card in, the tarot deck. And she was just saying to me, be strong, and you've endured a lot, but you can do this, all right? And she's saying, remember how powerful you really are, all right? It's weird because she's in front of me, but she's not looking at me now. She's like talking and facing the other way. But I don't know if that symbolized, I don't know if she was into, going to psychic mediums for messages or anything like that. Do you recall whether she believed in stuff like that?
Yeah.
She did?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And she's just saying, put one foot in front of the other. All right. And you does that make sense to you?
If I know correctly, my best friend's mom, she's like a sister to me. She just passed away recently. So it's kind of crazy that you're talking about the medium stuff right now.
Yeah, she came in very quickly. As soon as I sat down, to prepare, she was there. All right. So I was hoping that I would have a caller for her. She's also saying that your situation has been quite complex. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. But she's saying it's time to move on. All right. Okay. And she's saying, okay, just take one step at a time. And she's like, just breathe and calm down, because she was making me feel a little bit anxious. So I don't know if you've had like anxiety around your, about your feelings about your life right now and what's going on. Does that make sense for you?
I just lost a baby 2 months ago.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, you poor thing. I'm so sorry. That's a very, very difficult thing to go through. I can't even imagine what you're going through. All right, I'm so sorry. I'll just see what else she wants to say to you. She just said to me, step in your power and move forward, right? And she just said, there is a baby for you again.
Okay.
People laugh. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
No, that's a great thing. I'm like sitting here. I got the chills. I got goosebumps all over me. So that's a great thing.
Okay. Were you wondering if you would be able to have another child?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So she's coming through to, like help ease your pain with this. And I'm getting the shivers now, while I'm talking about it. She's also saying to me that she wants you to know that even if she was there with you, like she wouldn't know what else to do or say. Do you know what I mean? But she's able to, at very least, come and give you some healing around this to let you know that there is another child for you. I do see potentially there's like up to 2 or 3, right, in spirit.
That's great.
All right.
Okay.
Don't. She's like shift your energy. All right. Mourn the loss for as long as you need
She's
to.
a very short lady.
Sorry, what was that?
She's short in size and she's very energetic.
She's saying to just mourn yourself, mourn the loss for as long as you need to, right? And then sort of like try to pick yourself up energetically, all right? She's also telling me the spirit was meant to go through this, okay?
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Love Life with Katana Star. Katana Star. Live from katanastar.au. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Love Life on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm Katie. How are you? Well, thanks for listening. This is Love Life with Katana Star. Happy Friday in the Southern Hemisphere and happy Thursday in the North. So I'm going to get straight into it today. I'm going to start out with a collective reading from the Light Seers Tarot deck, which is my favourite deck, one of them. And I'll be taking a caller as well. So happy to answer any questions and see how we go from there, and also integrate a little bit of oracle. All right, let's get straight into it. I'm feeling really great today. It's a really bright, sunny day here in Tassie. It's gorgeous. We're starting to come into the warmer weather now. So, everything's just starting to feel a little bit cheerier. Last week was a little bit, but yeah, starting to feel it. All right, collective message for everyone who's reading today. Here we go. See if we'll get a flyer. Message. Oh, we've got the Eight of Swords. Now, this is an interesting one. Now, this card here is all about perception in how you're seeing yourself in a situation, okay? And often it's, not so much a great feeling. A lot of people may be feeling a little bit trapped at the moment or feeling held back in some kind of way. If you can see the picture in the card, she's in the mirror. She's tied up. She's feeling, she is. She's tied up. She's restricted. She's trapped. But it is only just her perception of how she's seeing herself, because she's not really that way. Okay, as you can see, she's looking up. And it's all about shifting her perspective. All right. So this card is always a beautiful reminder that no matter how hard things might seem, or how trapped you might feel in a situation, or how restricted you're feeling or held back, there's always a way out, and it's about shifting the focus a little bit to know that that you've got the power to set yourself free from how you're seeing a situation. Okay. Whether that is a negative thing, to embrace it, to turn it into something more positive, or literally just to try something different, look in a different mirror. It's as simple as that. So that's the Eight of Swords, and that's the collective message for today. Now, I am going to be taking a call in a moment. I'll just give my cards a quick shuffle. So I'll just wait until it comes up on the screen where I've got somebody. And, I think that, Eight of Swords is always, a good little reminder that that even though, we feel stuck, often it is in our power to change things. All right, here we go. So thanks. I'm ready for a call whenever. Thanks. Okay, we've got Kelly. Kelly in, can you hear me, Kelly?
I can.
Hello. Thanks for calling. How are you today? Or this evening, I should say, where you are?
I'm okay, thank you. And yourself?
I'm really great. I was just saying it's really sunny here today. Like it's Friday in Tasmania where I am. But anyway, look, Kelly, I was just wondering, did you have a question or something that you'd like me to unpack for you, or would you just like a general reading? It's up to you.
A general reading, please.
A general reading. Yep, no problem whatsoever. So I'm reading with my Light Seers Tarot deck, and I'll pull some cards on that, and then often what can come out is what's the strongest sort of energies are at play in your life at the moment, and we can unpack that a little bit as we go. Okay? Now, feel free to jump in at any time, ask me a question if you're not sure on something, or if something comes up, just interrupt me, because I do tend to go blah, 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 blah a bit. So it's just how. All right, Kelly, here we go. I'm going to focus now. Let's see what the cards have got to say for you. Oh, look, we've got one here. The Hierophant's come out. I feel like a few more need to come out for you. So I'll get them out, and then we'll go through them. Okay, we've got Death, the Emperor, Judgment, huge. One more. You got some big energies around you, Kelly. I tell you what, wow. Okay, Justice. Wow. I got to say, this is huge. This is huge, okay? Now, first of all, I'm going to ask straight out, have you recently lost somebody?
I lost a pet, yeah.
Right, okay, because I'm picking up on huge energy here. I can't say if I'm going to be able to tune into them while we're live at the moment, but I can tell somebody close to you has crossed over. But look, this is huge energy. The Hierophant here is a very, very spiritual card. It's very powerful in terms of, keeping true to your faith. Okay, so whatever it is that you believe in where we go when we pass over, you keep hanging on to that, because that's why the Hierophant's here at the moment, to restore your faith. Okay, the reason I asked if it's past, we've got Death. Now that doesn't normally mean physical death. This card means transformation. This card means transition, but I'm straight away getting that somebody has crossed over, okay? And with the Emperor right next to death here, I'm guessing this is either a father or a male, okay? Someone significantly close to you in that aspect. Interrupt me if you want to. If it's not a father or a masculine figure, it is somebody definitely with masculine energy or you know, somebody who could even be an Aries, okay? So there's these three cards here that I'll unpack them a little bit more because we've got Judgment as well. This is why I'm saying your energy is huge, Kelly. Judgment's beautiful. It's a soul reflection. It's looking back and celebrating all the wonderful lessons and achievements that's happened in life, and it's also about setting yourself free. And I'm picking up from Judgment, particularly with you, Kelly. I feel that there might be a lot of guilt hanging over your head over something that is not your fault, okay? It might be stuff that you're blaming yourself from the past, that maybe you didn't feel that you communicated with this person the way you wanted to be there or something like that. The reason I'm saying that is because justice is here, okay? These two cards have come out to tell you to forgive yourself, okay? Very strongly I'm getting this. And they're telling you to forgive yourself, to go within and just remember that we're all only here for a really, really short time, and everything that we go through while we are on this journey, it all matters and it all means something. And you know, this energy that's coming through really strong is really asking you to go within and remember your faith, remember your spirituality, remember that they're with you. They are just a hair's breadth away. I know you can't see them. I know you probably can't hear them, but they are there. They are right in front of you, okay? I'm getting this really, really strongly now. And forgive yourself, okay? It's going to be okay. Everything's going to make sense. And with Judgment especially, it's a soul reflection. It is beautiful. And this person, this spirit that I'm getting through right now wants you to know it's okay. And they're just fine. And it's okay. And don't blame yourself, okay? Let go of any guilt that you're feeling. Okay, so that's okay. Now, I'm just going to take a little breather because this is really quite beautiful energy I'm getting here. I'm going to pull a modern oracle for you. Did you have any questions for me there, Kelly?
No, not yet.
Not yet? Okay. All right, here we go. So this might keep going on that same energy, but I'll tell you what, they were huge, huge cards. Those ones, all major big trump cards, you know, and that means that that whoever this is coming through really wanted to talk to you. All right, there's the marriage and contracts commitment card. Now, this might be a separate energy or it might be related to the reading that I just did then. Now, I'm not sure if you're currently married or not, or I'm not sure if that's, you know, something that you're thinking about, but this could be a relevant energy in your life. You're divorced, okay, so you can,
yeah.
Right. So I'm wondering why this card's come out for you. I'm going to just ask for a little bit more clarity on that. So it could be meaning that you might be seeking a deeper commitment with someone. Let's have a look. All right, hang on a minute. We've got pregnancy, birth, and new beginnings here. Is somebody close to you pregnant or getting married?
I'm not sure.
Not sure? That's what they would mean, if so, okay? But they've come out. The marriage and pregnancy cards have come out. Maybe this is something that happens significant at a time. I'm not sure if you have children or not, that when you were married or if there was a pregnancy. Did you lose a child?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Bingo. That makes sense then. Okay. So this child, this energy that you lost, I believe might be the energy that was coming through with the tarot. Okay. I'm going to see, unless you feel that it might be something else. Let's see what other messages they have for you. Okay. They're asking you, girl, do you remember how I said to forgive yourself, let go? They want to say tie up loose ends, okay? Tie up loose ends. It's a little bit like set yourself free from all those, unfinished little jobs or, dot your I's, cross your T's, finish off those little things and set yourself free and really, enjoy life all within the next couple of weeks. And I want to see what else comes through here. Tying up loose ends can sometimes mean you start. I'm sorry, darling.
Oh, no, sorry, nothing.
No, that's okay. I'm going to keep going because we've still got some time. What else have we got coming out through here? There's something where you might be feeling, you know, that you're not getting somewhere at the moment, Kelly. You might be feeling like you're being held back. And I'm not sure if you heard the collective card earlier for what I was, you know, sharing for everybody was the Eight of Swords. And that's all about feeling stuck in a situation. And this is very much a very similar meaning to that. And it is very much all about perception. It's about looking at things from a different perspective. And I'm picking up with the grieving energy and all that sort of stuff that's come through with your child that you've lost. They are massively screaming at you to really just, you know, do whatever you can to tune back into your spirituality, your beliefs, your faith, all that sort of stuff, and start to really, you know, set yourself free from anything you might feel that's holding you back. And if that's guilt or if that's regret or something like that, which is what I'm getting, it's time to let go of that, okay? That's what they're saying. Let go. Set yourself free. Have fun. You know, life is so short. And, you know, with the stagnation card as well, sometimes it is just about just doing things a little bit differently, okay? Because it might not feel like you're getting anywhere at the moment. Shift your perspective, though. Here we go. What else is going to come out? Take a chance, take a leap of faith. There you go. This one comes out quite a lot, actually, lately. There's something there in front of you, Kelly. It's going to require a leap of faith. Now, I have no idea what that is, but that's what it's asking you to do, okay? I'm not sure if you can see the screen. But again, if you look at the words here, it says leap of faith. I'm really feeling drawn back to the Hierophant here in your spirituality, okay? Now, I have no idea, like I said, what your spirituality is, but I think it's asking you, it's calling upon you to return to that. Now, look, I've only got 60 seconds left, Kelly. Male card, all right? There's male energy there as well around you at the moment. So I'm going to wish you a beautiful weekend and wish you all the best with all that. I hope what's come through has helped for you. Like I said, I can't go too deep with live readings. They go so fast. But I do have a Facebook page, Katana Star, that you can follow me, or you can contact me on my website if you'd like a private reading. So I've got 30 seconds left. Thank you so much for your call, Kelly.
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
No worries. Blessed be. All right. Thanks, everyone, so much for watching and for being with me. Have a beautiful weekend. And yeah, I really feel today's message was quite powerful and beautiful. Life's too short to feel held back and stuck, okay? Shift your perspective. Do what you need to do. I mean, it's okay to have a shitty day. We all have them. But, you know, just know that tomorrow's a new day. All right, I'm going to say bye now and take care. I'll see you next week, same time. Bless you.
A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Your Time to Shine with Julie Yeager-Walker. Julie Yeager-Walker. Live from Wings of Souls with Julie.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, ask1radio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Your Time to Shine on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Your Time to Shine, a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. Good evening, and thank you for being here with me this evening, and I hope this evening finds you all doing well. So really crazy. I looked the other day and I have been doing this show, Your Time to Shine, for almost 7 years. Yes, that's right. 7 years. Wow. I calculated that. Do you know how many callers I have had in that time frame? Well, just to give you kind of the mid-range, I have talked to 924 callers. Yes, that's probably on the low end of things. I've probably talked to so many more people on an average than that. But it was absolutely crazy when I stopped and calculated like how long I've been doing the show and how many people have come on to this radio show through A1R Psychic Radio. And it has been fantastic and fabulous. So if you've been following me for any length of time, you will know that Darlene and I started this together. We were co-hosts together back in November of 2017. Wow. It's really hard to believe that I've been doing that for this long. Darlene and I did this show for a good year before she decided to do something else on her own. And I wasn't ready to stop. So I continued on. I continued on in her, not really her memory, but, to be inspired by her, that she started all of this wonderful things on the radio show and helped me get started on this. So it's been fantastic. And as I do this will be my last show. I've got other things in the horizons and just taking a short break from this, but who knows? I may be back. I love A1R. I love what I've been doing, and I love all the callers who have called in. All of the people that I've talked to everywhere from, the US to England to Canada to Australia. It's been absolutely amazing. It really is international. And it has just been a fun and exciting ride. So I want to thank all of you, each and every one of you. I have had so many people out of this radio show that have become friends, family. I've met some really fantastic people. Those of you that I still stay in touch with, that I still talk to, that have become clients. And so for that, I am deeply, deeply grateful. So I want to thank you so much for spending all your time with me in these last 7 years. And I know that we will be speaking again very soon. But without further ado, we still have a show to do. So let's get to it. We have a caller on the phone right now. We've got Brittany in Greenville, Michigan. Good evening, Brittany, and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Hi.
Hi, how are you this evening?
I'm okay.
Okay. Well, what can I do for you this evening?
I was kind of looking for maybe something along the lines of my relationship or my relationship maybe.
Okay. Are you just looking for something general, or is there a specific question that you are looking to find out?
Maybe general. I mean, I'm in what I think is a good relationship, probably the best one I've been in so far. And but I always have the doubts from my past relationship.
Sure.
If that makes sense.
Sure. Yep, it sure does. It really does.
And I find anything and everything to pick apart.
Yes, I get that. I do. Okay, perfect, Brittany. Let me just tune in. Let me just take a minute and tune into this. And as I do, there's just going to be a little moment of silence, and then I'll be right back with you, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Brittany. So I got a couple images as I was sitting here asking about this. So the first image I was getting is a starlit sky, like you and your partner looking up at the stars in the sky. And the second image I was getting was the two of you like stuck together, like you guys don't do much apart. It's like you guys are together quite a bit, that you're stuck together. And so your movements, they're showing me your movements were the same. So, however, I did see what they're showing me is it's like you've got 1 foot in and 1 foot out, but yet you're stuck together. So it's what it's showing me is that there is some doubt. You're not fully in this relationship. And so it's a matter of looking at it and saying, okay, I'm either all in or I'm all out. Because this has been going on for a little while. And what they're showing me is it's time. It's okay to take that step and move that foot back into the circle. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. But that's funny that you said that we're like stuck together. I always tell them that there was this night that our heads were like laying next to each other, and I don't know if it was a dream. It was the weirdest thing I've ever felt in my life. He didn't feel anything. He was sleeping. But like our like it was like our heads fused together and they went up into the sky as like an electric thing. Like an electric charge. And I was like, what the heck? And I always tell him, because we'll like say the same text at the same time. And I'm like, I swear you're in my head. But we really got stuck together that night. Something happened.
Yes, it did.
And I literally say that it was like a lightning bolt into the sky. I don't know if it was a dream, but it wasn't to a dream to me. It was like real. And I felt like energy flowing. It was the weirdest experience I've ever experienced.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was kind of when we met. So
yeah. So your souls were actually having an experience at that moment. So if you think about it, we have our human lives, but we also have our soul lives and what we've come into this, into this world to experience, right? And what I'm being shown is that you and him came into this world saying, "Yep, we're going to do this. We've come into this together." It was like they're showing you it's unfinished business from past life.
That's
and
what I always tell him. I think I was him in a different life. He was me. Like I really think that we swapped. Like I think that something is wrong. We got all mixed up.
Yeah, and that will happen, right? I mean, when we come into this life, sometimes we do swap. We do swap experiences. Come in as a man or come in as a woman when we were a man or a woman in another life. It's not unusual to have that happen. But yes, they're showing me like, almost finish each other's sentences. And that feeling of him being in your head, that's a real thing. That's a soul to soul
But it can get really, really annoying because I feel like he's literally in my head, and I'm like, go away.
And you know what? That's okay. You can create boundaries, and you can say, thank you. I appreciate you being so close and in my head, but I need a little bit of space right now. Right. So can you leave, please? Right. You can talk
and
to
the thing is, we aren't together all the time either. We both work too much. So we don't, but when we do have time, we're always together whenever we do get time. So
Right. You're very connected.
I feel like, but we are constantly in communication.
Right.
So, even throughout work.
Right. And I would think that when he's thinking about you because you feel it, or you start thinking about him. Right. So again,
and then he'll text.
Yes, exactly. So that's that soul to soul connection, right? So, what I'm being told right now is, are you willing to take that next step, right?
Right.
And it doesn't have to be a big step. It can be a little step. But it's like you're sitting in the same position, and it's not going to grow your relationship. You're never going to know if this is really right for you, right? They're showing me that it is, but it's a matter of you being able to conquer your fears and the unknown, right? In order for you to be able to step fully into that circle with him. It's like, it's not stepping out of the circle. It's like, come into the circle and be a part of that, be a part of that life. And so when you're fully ready and you're fully engaged.
I think that he's in the same position though. Like, I feel like that's why. Like, he's in and out too. Or like when, you know what I mean? 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I feel like it's like that. But sometimes I question if it's just me. I don't know.
Because what I'm being shown is that you're feeling him, right? So when you get ready and you say, yep, I'm all in, then you feel his uncertainty. And what's going on is you guys are kind of playing off of each other's uncertainty, right? And so then no one moves, right? You both just stand there. So, it's about coming together, maybe even having a conversation about it, saying, hey, are you ready to put the other foot into the circle and try to move forward and see where we go, right? See what that looks like. Again, baby steps, right? If neither one of you are ready, that's perfectly fine. But make some little step, right? Because if you guys stay in the space that you're in, it's going to get stagnant for the both of you. And you're both ready to kind of move forward. It's just each one of you is carrying a little bit of baggage, which we all do. We all have our own baggage, every single one of us. It's a matter of, can we get through it so that we can really enjoy our partner and our spouse, right?
Right.
Can you grow together? So, and I'm being shown for you guys, it's about growing together. It's not about one of you taking the step and then and dragging the other one in. They're showing me it's like you're going to go together. You're going to move together. You're going to flow together because you guys have that soul to soul connection.
Very good. Sounds good. Makes me feel better.
It's very good.
Yeah. Yep. Makes me happy. I'm hopeful. I've had a lot of bad relationships, and so is he. So we're both really scared. But he did tell me recently that he told his friend, she was saying she really liked me and that I was real, and he said he told her that I was perfect and he's scared to death. And I was like, oh shoot, because it's the final destination maybe.
Yeah, right. Right.
I think that part's scary.
Yeah, of course. And sometimes, it's the good relationships that feel so scary because it pushes us out of our comfort zone, right? And sometimes that's what we're here to do. We're here to push each other out of our comfort zones.
Yep. I just told my little cousin that today, that she needs to push herself out of her comfort zone. We were talking about my grandma that had passed, and that we were both thinking of her this past month, and we never talked, her and I. And we talked tonight, and I kept saying, you need to just push yourself out of your comfort zone. Start making small changes, because she's in a funk. But
Yeah. So I have to say, any advice that we ever give to somebody else is usually advice that we should take about our own selves.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm really
Especially
a lot
when it
better
comes-
at giving it, though.
Aren't we all? Sometimes taking our own advice is really hard medicine, right? But it is the truth, especially when it comes from the heart. And so when you know you're speaking from the heart and something like that comes out, you have to sit back and reflect, and you think, oh, okay, so what is it that I need to do to push my comfort zone, right? Because it's usually a message for us as well.
I agree. Yeah. There are many things I need to do, too.
Yeah. We're all here on a learning journey.
Yeah. It's been one.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Well, thanks.
You're very welcome. Have a wonderful evening.
Yeah, you too.
Okay.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.
Let's see. Next, we have Brooke in Wisconsin. Good evening, Brooke, and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Great. I have to ask, how do you say your city name?
Fond du Lac.
Oh, Fond du Lac. Okay. I never would have said it. I never would have said that correctly.
Yeah, a lot of people mispronounce it.
Oh, what can I do for you this evening, Brooke?
I'm looking for some guidance on life path. I'm 44. I have two daughters, one in college and one in middle school, and I'm currently unemployed. And I wanted to give them the life that you always dream of for your kids and for yourself. And I'm kind of lost right now. I'm kind of at a and I just don't know what to do to make things, or where to what path to go. So something like that. Something about I've been applying. I just don't know where look for work, or something that can be sustainable and be able to support my girls and give them a good life. And just and I've had I lost a tooth a while back, so I have really insecure to work in the public. And again, I was cleaning houses, and now that the economy's not great, not getting much of that right now. So just kind of want to be able to help my girls in any way. They've had it hard. We're sensitive already from the dad, and I just want to be able to help them have a good life and stuff.
Sure. Interestingly enough, no. This is great. As you were talking, I just kept hearing local college, or university. So have you ever thought about getting into that type of the public sector?
You mean going to school or working at a school?
No, working. Yeah.
Oh no, I guess I worked at the elementary school years ago when I was in college, but not in. We do have local college. We do have couple colleges in my town.
Okay, so what they're showing me is, because you mentioned cleaning, right? So there's always a maintenance department or a facilities department, right?
Mm-hmm.
So looking at some of the postings there, because a lot of times, you'll even get a break on college tuitions, right? For yourself and for your kids, right?
Okay.
You can attend free classes and things like that. It would give you benefits, right?
Mm-hmm.
It would give you retirement, all these fantastic things. As I'm saying this, it's like I see your loved one standing in the background, like cheering, right? So they're saying, take a look at something that you haven't thought about.
Okay.
But even if you were there at the college for even just a few years, or to get your girls through their college years, there's a lot of really fantastic, there's a lot of fantastic classes and things that would even get them started so then they can go to a university, or maybe they would be able to find something and finish and get their college degree from a community college, right?
One
There's
of
so
them
many
is at a university in like 20 miles away, and she's home a lot, but she's
yeah. So start looking into some of those possibilities. I'm being shown that if you can do something like that, things are just going to open up for you.
okay.
It will give you a little bit of freedom that you're looking for, and bigger possibilities, right? And what I'm being shown is, there's a possibility you won't stay there long. Like it's this stepping stone for you, but it's going to give you experience in something completely different that you can put on your resume, and then you can go elsewhere with that if you choose, right?
Right.
Yeah, I just keep seeing like my head is itching right now, which is like indication of yes. So
good.
like,
We do have 2 colleges here, so that it could be a good possibility.
yeah, so keep looking at their postings. Again, I keep getting like the facilities departments, right? There's lots of things. There's custodial, there's food service, there's so many aspects of it other than being a college, professor or instructor, right? There's also part-time instructions, right? Or you could do that part-time and you could do something else part-time. It's just like they're showing me that there's just like a multitude of things that you could do with the credentials that you already have.
Okay.
So, take a look at that.
Okay.
They're showing me that, don't give up, because you're doing all the right things. Your heart is in the right place. You only want best for your children. And it's just a little minor bump in the road for you right now. And so it's about being able to kind of, what they're saying is pull your bootstraps up, and keep moving forward, right? You have such a great positive outlook on life. Don't let this dim your light, they say.
Okay.
Because you have so many great things to offer. And are you in a relationship right now?
No, I'm not looking for anything like that. I'm just focusing on my girls right now.
Okay, that's interesting, because you might have someone coming into your world and your realm. So, because I feel like there's somebody coming in for you. They're not really giving me a timeline or a time frame, but I feel like there is someone coming in, and so they're saying, be open to possibilities, and just kind of let that flow. Because when it happens, it's going to be a really wonderful, beautiful thing. Actually, what they're showing me is like your youngest, somewhere in high school, maybe middle high school, not graduated yet, but somewhere in that time frame, right? That there's going to be somebody that is walking into your life. So, yes, you may not be ready for that now. But yeah, it's coming. It's a beautiful thing. So.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. And I keep hearing the money. The money is going to come. The money is
Okay.
going to come.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you have any advice like, for like anything? Do you get anything on my kids? Like my older daughter that's in college or my middle schooler. They've been having hard times like adjusting with they're being separated. They're having a hard time because they're so close, and friends, making friends a little hard and things like that. And I feel like I want to be there for them. I just, don't know how to help them, or if you see them thriving, more than.
This is going to give them a chance to really explore their own worlds. And in fact, they'll probably become even closer. So they're having a hard time with the separation, yes, but they're going to settle into their own spaces. And then they're going to have even more to talk about and share with. So, give them a little bit of time. Keep encouraging them, keep them in communication, although that's not going to be hard because I'm being shown they communicate all the time. They're very tight. And so it's just about letting them go through this change, right, in life. It's kind of like one of the first steps of change. And they're going to come through it, and they're going to be just fine. And actually, they're going to be stronger than ever. So I don't really think you have anything to worry about.
Good. Okay.
Okay. Well, Brooke, we're coming down to the last few seconds of our show, so I have to say goodnight. But I want to thank you so much for calling in this evening.
Appreciate it. You've given me a lot to work with, a lot. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Thank you. You too. All right, everyone, that does it for me. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. Thank you for being a part of my life for the last 7 years. Please continue to listen to A1R Radio. They have some fabulous readers, mediums, psychics. I wish you all the very, very best. Love and light to you all, and until we meet again.
Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome. Time for astrology and psychic readings with Lady D. Live from LadyDPsychicParties.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 203519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Astrology and Psychic Reading on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Astrology and Psychic Readings with Lady D. I'm your host, Lady D. So this week we have the solar eclipse that is happening in Libra. For me, it's the 3rd of October. For the other side of the world, it will be on the 2nd. It's from 1:42 a.m. to 7:47 a.m. for me here in Sydney. So very early in the morning. So during this eclipse, we're in Libra, it is going to be conjuncting Mercury as well, or very close to Mercury, almost a conjunction to Mercury. So it will be about communication and about the mind. In Libra, we're looking at like just fighting for justice, relationships, creating a balance. However, there are some positives, but there are also some negatives to this eclipse. We do have the moon, the sun, and Mercury squaring Mars during the eclipse, so that might bring up some conflict, some tension. And we're dealing with Libra who doesn't like conflict, who doesn't like to sort of get involved in things, who likes just things to be nice, peaceful, calm. So it might be like you're trying to avoid certain conflicts, but you might not be able to help but getting pulled into it. You might not be feeling as confident in yourself during this eclipse either. But we do have some positives. So we do have a try from Mercury to Jupiter. So that's actually good news. That's going to be luck with communication. So you actually might be able to receive some good news, or you might be able to feel a little more confident in yourself with that. We've also got a try to Venus to Mars, which might be helping with finances and relationships. But at the same time, so we've got some good aspects here, but at the same time, we've got a bit of conflict as well that is happening too. We've also got Venus and Mars that's going to be in try to Saturn, which is helping us through any problems with relationships, also helping us to get through any problems that are coming up too for us. So there are some really good positive aspects. We just got that square. And also there's an opposition to the node that is also coming up during the eclipse. And that's going to be about, when anything to the node, it's about life lessons or like destiny, where you're sort of questioning yourself. So you might be thinking, it might be a lot on your mind, thinking about that coming up too. We have up until 29th, we also have Mercury is going to try Uranus. That could be unexpected communication coming up for you, and that would be a quite positive one. On the 28th, we're going to have an opposition with Mercury to Neptune. That might be bringing about an end to some sort of communication. It could also be bringing out manipulation, or someone trying to sort of spin you a story, or having rose-colored glasses with someone in the way that you're thinking, the way you're seeing things, definitely coming up. What I've got here in my notes for this eclipse, I've got here changing how you see relationships, creating a balance in your life, partnerships. I feel like it's like business partnerships here. It's like seal the deal. So you might be like finding some sort of business partnerships might be good on during this time. I've got here wanting better for yourself, tensions arising, nervous communication coming up, wanting to express yourself but not being able to express in the way that you want. Got to avoid conflicts but get pulled in. A battle of words coming up, and complex communication. So it's going to be a lot about communication that's coming up, since it's all with that Mercury there. So let's go to the caller. So I have here, which is Arena, who's in America. So hi, in Minnesota. So hi, how are you?
I'm okay, thank you.
Okay, how can I help you today?
I was just wondering if my husband had any messages for me.
Okay, let me just see if I can get him to come in for you.
Okay.
So he's sounds like he's confident but not too confident, and he doesn't like. I feel like with this person, he doesn't like wisecrack, like people who are like smart Alex. I feel like he's does something the dust off himself. So I feel like maybe he would like be someone that would always pick himself up, or that maybe he would like to, he cared about the way that he looked as well.
Okay, he passed away.
Yeah.
Right.
He's not negative.
Okay,
He's not a negative
sorry.
person. Okay. So he's someone who's not negative either, I feel like. And
Yeah, you just keep cutting out, so I couldn't really understand everything you said. I'm sorry.
that's okay. Sorry, I just feel like he's not a negative person is what I'm getting from him. And he's very
Yeah.
and he's very selfless. Like he always dusting himself off. So I feel like if something gets him down, he always gets back up, or he wants to try.
Yes.
Try. I feel like he was nervous, like about his passing. Like I feel like he was a bit nervous about that. But now, like he's okay. Like he sees things through a different lens or different way, and he's okay where he is. Because I feel like he didn't want to go, or he didn't want to leave you. I feel like he was more worried about you than himself. And he's also telling me that he was in a bit of pain. Like before he passed, I feel like that he was in a bit of pain and discomfort too. And I feel like it's maybe in the belly area with him.
Not that I know of. No.
Oh, okay.
Not that I know.
Okay, so it's just like there's this discomfort there with him. I just feel like it's like you're lost without this person. That you're just. It's also like a nervous thing with you as well, and he's still with you every step of the way, and he's also he's very colourful as well. Like he sees things like he's a glass half full kind of person, not half empty. The way that he sees things.
Yeah.
And he just wants to give you a big hug. Like he just really wants to be around you and give you a big hug and make you feel very safe. He's and
I don't feel him around me at all.
You don't?
No, it's been 3 years, and I'm still having a really hard time with my grief. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that around you. I always say to clients that say that I can't feel them. I always say, if you sit in a quiet space and you take a deep breath, and if you just ask for them to come around you, like you might feel an energy or a tingling or something. Because I do feel like he is around you. Because I just feel like he wants to give you a big hug, and it's just like him putting himself around you, and it's like he wants to shield you and protect you. There's still a path for you. There's still things for you to do while you're here, and like there's no need to be nervous. There's also someone that wants to support you, but I feel like I don't know if it's like distance or they can't get there. So there's someone that I get that wants to support you, but then maybe they can't be around you. Like they can't be. I don't say this where they live, but I do get there's someone that wants to support you as well. I know this man, he just wants you to be happy too.
I haven't been since he died.
I know. I get there's like a piece missing from you, from this man passing. Because I just feel like he was your one and only. Like I feel like he's your rock, and the person that you can confide in the most. But he's just showing me that there's still a path for you. There's still things for you to do, and even though I feel like this is never, it's never going to be like the same, but at the same time you're going to learn to live. That's what I feel like is going to happen, because I feel like you're going to have like children around you, or the grandchildren. There's like beautiful children around you. What he's telling me.
My kids, our kids, yeah.
Because it's like. And there's always like next generation coming in too when they come in. So there's a reason, there's a purpose why you're still here is what I'm trying to say to you and what I feel. And there are going to be like up and down days, but I just feel like you've still got a purpose here. And because I feel like you're quite fun. He's telling me that you're quite fun, especially when it comes to children too, when we got young children. Like
no, we don't have young children. They're not young.
But when you have like grandchildren. Yeah, when you have like grandchildren.
Oh, okay.
Like
I
you're
hope
gonna,
so.
yeah, like you're gonna spoil them. I can see you giving like ice cream out. Like I'm making like ice cream cones, and I feel like you're gonna be like quite a fun. You're gonna be a fun grandparent or a fun lady. So I feel like you're still here because there's still things that you're gonna see and that you need to be here for. And this man is always gonna be, even though you can't ask for a sign as well, because I still feel like he's around you. Ask for signs too, whether you want to see something, because I just see him. It's like an energy.
But I do ask, but I just don't think I'm asking for the right signs, or because I don't know, I don't get anything from him.
So
I feel like
so what you can. Okay, so what you can be like is like be specific. So you can be like, show me initials and give a timeline, like 5 days. So I want to see like your initials by Wednesday next week, or I want to, or give me a feather by this day. So I find that if you ask me specific what you want the symbol to be and give a timeline, and I think that's also something that will come in, because I feel him there. Like he's a very joyous energy, and he feels very homely and very safe. That's what I get from him.
I haven't felt safe since he died. Like I don't feel safe, and I feel like I don't have a purpose here no more. So it's like you said that, and it's just weird that you said that, because that's what I've been saying lately to myself or to him. Like, why am I here still?
You're here because of the people you're going to meet you haven't met yet. I feel like you're here like for grandchildren and for family. Also, your kids still need you as well. And they do want to help you. There's one that really wants to help you, but I just feel like I don't know if it's like distance or what it is, but they can't be there, but they want to. So I feel like there's still good things to come for you. It's just about being patient and just taking one day at a time.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
I hope I've helped
you.
you a little bit.
Yep.
It's okay. Okay. I hope I've helped you today. So, guys, thank you for joining me today. If you want to contact me for a reading, you can. My website is Lady D Psychic Parties. My Facebook is Lady D Psychic Parties as well. My Instagram is Lady D Psychic, and my TikTok is Lady D Psychic. So thank you to everyone. I hope this eclipse treats you all very well, and I'll see you same time next week, perhaps a different place. I'll be going down the South Coast next week, so I might be coming from down there. But have a good week. So bye for now.
Enlightening Television.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Your Time to Shine, a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. Good evening. Welcome to this evening. Do you know that today is Angel Day? Actually,